Oh, good morning, everyone. How are you all doing out there? I don't normally do a morning program. I mean, I did used to do a morning program, and the Morning Blend was its name long ago. So, I'm here. I had a good night. It's been a good last couple of months. This year seems to be turning around, but you can't get so angry. Don't let stress get to you. You know, it's stress can accumulate for a lot of health issues. You know, when you stress, it shortens your lifespan. And I know it's very difficult out there because the world is very, very tough out there. Uh, it is very difficult. I tried to get this stream going sooner, but I was having issues in StreamYard. That is one thing, you know. Um, so I'm just here for if anybody wants to, you know, there's. I'm sorry I'm sorry you Cap Track. I'm sorry that happened between you and LDG, but get over it. it it's an argument, and something should have been. Hey, Decepticon King. Good morning. Good to see you here. Hope your day is off to a good start. It is Tuesday. Um, on this fine Tuesday morning. Uh, Subject. What we could talk about. You know, anything except for stuff that causes us stress because we don't want that. You know, but you have to. Yeah, hey folks, don't try not to let stress get to you. Really. Um, it just if you, I know, it is rather difficult, but hey, life might be better and easier. You might be able to smile more. You know. Oh no, no problems. I tried to get up a stream earlier, but I was having StreamYard or Chrome issues. Anyway, I'm not here to take Captain Trek's thunder. I'm just, you know, I'm not. I'm not. I just, I haven't. I've been I've been wanting to do a morning blend for a while, and I just haven't done one. Uh, but I'm glad you're all here. You know, LDG and Decepticon King and Yitza. How you doing, Yitza? How are things going for you? And what about Devo? Like the musical group Devo? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I suppose if anybody link, here comes a link. Here's the link. If anybody wishes to join, good morning, Nina Green. Yes, I am live with a morning blend. It's been a it's been a long time since I've done a morning blend. Haven't had really had the opportunity. Well, I guess I've had plenty of opportunity. I just you know, but we're here for everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, I can't hear you.
That's weird. I
I
don't.
still can't hear you.
Hold on.
Hold on. Very
Can
muffled.
you hear me?
Hey, Cinnabon Bunny. Good morning. How you
Can you
doing?
hear me now?
No. I don't know why I can't hear you.
That's weird.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay.
I guess my headphone jack wasn't plugged in all the way.
I guess not.
I boomered it. My headphone jack wasn't plugged all the
Hmm.
way in, so I couldn't hear anything but the sound of my own voice. All I hear is blah blah blah. You love Disney? No, there's no love. There's no love for Disney here. There is no love for Disney. Tell tell
No,
tell him Nina. Tell that shit up, Bud Bunny. There's no love for
we
Disney.
don't like Disney. It's right now. Walt would be turning in his grave. So
What did I ruin? What exactly did I ruin there, Cinnabon? You see how it is. You see how it is. Yeah, well, there be no shills for Disney here. No.
no, they ruin things, ruin movies, and no, don't like Disney anymore.
Matter of fact, we dropped our subscription to the Plus, so
Yep.
no more Disney Plus, no more Disney shows because we just don't care because we're not giving that evil mouse our money anymore. That's an extra $8 a month. That's an extra
Yeah,
eight
it's
bucks a month.
ridiculous.
Uh, sure, you believe it? Well, I'm happy somebody does, Cinnabon. Uh, oh, I'm happy somebody does. Boy, that fan is blowing heavy on the mic there.
I'll fix it.
Okay. Well, I get you a set of headphones with a mic. That way, maybe it might cancel some of that. I don't know. Well, how are you feeling this morning, Nina? I think Nina's fixing the problem. At least I hope she is. 0%. You believe he's 0% cinnamon? Is that true? Is that true? Hmm.
I hurt.
Catherine Kenny uses a headset mic. Why would she use a headset mic? Why do you know this? This seems to me, Cinnabon, you know more than I. And if I were truly an insider or a shill, I would know a hell lot. And I'd be, as you say, counting those KK dollars, those Disney dollarinos. But I don't have none. Nope. Absolutely none, Cinnabon. None whatsoever. How are you feeling, Nina?
How am I feeling?
Yeah, how are you feeling today?
Like I've been run over by a train.
Oh my gosh, why?
My back hurts.
Back hurts.
My shoulder hurts now. I don't know why. And my head hurts.
Your head hurts.
So I've been run over by a train.
Oh, he's still wishing for new body parts. Hey, maybe in a couple of years you can order them from Amazon. Who knows? Sky's the limit. Future, everything will be ordered from your computer, from your device, your electronic devices. These devices rule the world, and evil corporations are behind. Well, no, I guess maybe they're not all so evil. But who am I? Who am I to know anything, right? I'm just a guy named Jedi Bill.
Yep.
And the 797 after it. But I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling well.
Mm.
When was the last time you've been to the chiropractor?
Last week.
Last week. Did it help?
It helps, but then I'm still in pain. I think it's from the SUV we went in that one day when we had to get David's car oil changed.
Mm-hmm.
It was very uncomfortable. So, and then of course, the one doctor, chiropractor, had to go and move to the worst place ever, and that's California.
Wait, somebody actively moved to California? Stop
Yeah.
the press. Wow. I
What?
thought people are trying to leave that state in droves.
They do leave,
What?
but then other people move there. Why? I don't know.
Well, I know a few reasons. Those who work in the tech, especially in Silicon Valley there, they move there for that reason. But, it's another story, right?
Yep. But what can I say?
Don't know. Looks like our pal Deej did another rant 11 hours ago. Yesterday, put out another farm video.
Mm.
We love Deej.
Yes, we do.
He's a great guy. You guys should all subscribe to Deej if you're not already. Trying to get. I think we're trying to get him to. I think the 900. He's almost at 900. So
Wow,
yeah,
that's good.
I think that's where. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Hey, son of red shirt. Good morning. Hope we all have a just no. We don't talk about this. we can put Disney down because that's more funner. Dismal Disney,
Yes.
As some like to say. And you like to make a said, good morning, all, everybody. Having a fantastic. No, we're not. No. Whom I would make wish. May the butterfly kisses of Catherine Kennedy. Oh, that's funny, red shirt. That's funny. Catherine Kennedy's kisses are magical. Oh God! Please don't clip that. Please don't clip that. That's not true. You tricked me, Cinnabon. You tricked me. How dare you? You tricked me. And I was stupid enough to read it. I just gave him a clip. I did a classic blunder. Don't laugh at me, Nina. It's not funny. No, it's really not. As Cinnabuddy says, wow, Bill. It's not the truth. It's false. It's false, I tell you. It's false. Fake news, fake news, fake news. Big time fake news. Yes, I know. Well, so maybe I need some anger. No, that anger leads to stress. You know, anger leads to the dark side of the force. Don't you know? If I give in, I will truly become a Sith. I don't let it go to the dark side. I'm better off balanced, light and dark. You know, there's a fine line. Have the yin, have the zen of both. It's the internet. It has to be true. No. Don't believe everything you hear, Cinnabon. It ain't always true, man. It ain't. It's not.
That's right. It's like the news. You hear in the news, don't believe everything you hear. They lie.
Why do they lie? Why do you say they lie? And Yitza says, a little hate is good. Tell them what you thought of the patch.
Oh, thank you so much. It's I liked it a lot.
Yeah, we miss our boy. Dear sweet Patch. I'm sorry to mention it, you know. Just he was a good one. Our kitty cat Patch, who left us a couple months ago.
Tyler now gets up on me.
Yeah, that's good.
Didn't stay very long, but he gets up on me.
Yeah.
Lets me get that belly.
It just says that he's glad that you liked it. And if you look at Nina's avatar, there's our boy Patch. He's in that picture. Patch. That's Patch, and here you have the star of the Cat Hat video, Miss Sapphire, and then the other kitty cat is Ariel. And there I am in the background with my Coca-Cola shirt, waving my hands like I just don't care.
Yep, Ariel's another one. She'll get up on me too. When it starts getting colder, they like to be on me because I give them a lot of my body heat to them. Anyway, and then we got our backyard done. It was a jungle out there. So we got that done yesterday. Now Brady can go out the back instead of the front, where he likes barking at people. We can't be doing that. So now that our backyard is done, I can let him out there. And I can't read anyone's uh, comments or anything because I'm on a tablet. So I'm not in the regular chat. I'm in just the bathroom. I guess he's breaking up housekeeping. He likes to do that.
Who likes to do what?
You like to break up housekeeping.
What?
You like to break up housekeeping. Haven't you ever heard that saying? Well, you drop things or whatever. It's called breaking up housekeeping. It's an old saying.
No. Okay.
You're too young.
Am I? Am I too young? I'm not too young. I'm almost half
For
a
that
century old.
saying you are.
Okay.
It's an old saying.
It's an old saying. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Keely Chow. Good morning. Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide. Hope your day off is going good. Keely Chow. Sweet 16 next year. No. Hey, Saggy Melons. Good to see you. Good morning. Top of the morning to you. Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you, Saggy. We're just trying to have a little morning show. Aren't we, Nina?
Yes. So, no one coming up here this morning?
Oh, I don't know.
Hmm.
It's Taco Tuesday, so who knows?
Oh, that's right.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it is Taco Tuesday.
And people are just starting their days.
Mm-hmm.
And Cinnabon likes to mention that I'm spreading propaganda. No, I try to do tour propaganda. Cinnabon, oh you silly guy, you're a silly Cinnabon bunny. But I would definitely fly with you, bro. Better pilot than Bird of Prey. I hope Bird of Prey is okay today.
Is he not feeling well?
Well, he wasn't. He was a little tired and not feeling well yesterday.
Oh,
I
hope he's okay.
How do you feel brainwashed, in a bun? How do you feel brainwashed? Not by listening to me or anybody else in this show. Funny you thought that National Taco Day was yesterday. How's that, son of red shirt? Who the blank have the National Taco Day on a Monday? No, I don't know. Where did you get that information? I say it's false. I tell you, that'd be part of that fake news. Brought to you by CNN. And Cinnabon replies, propaganda. No way, Cinnabon. No way.
Oh, that's a cute bunny.
Yeah.
I like bunnies.
Cinnabon, does that one have a name? I don't know. I'm sure it's one of your many. Cinnabon has a bunch of bunnies.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like bunnies, but I also love cats. I love animals.
Okay, we'll look that one up, Son of Red Shirt, for sure. Especially now it belongs to the beef on the cheddar. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
Bill is hopefully getting a new laptop today.
Well, yeah, it's a birthday present, Christmas present. I think.
Yeah, birthday slash
Yeah,
Christmas.
I was trying to get a stream going, and like for 15 minutes, StreamYard put kaput on me. It went like, nope, not gonna work right now.
They've been having problems with that.
Well, I don't know if it was StreamYard or was it this old laptop that I'm.
No, I think it's StreamYard. Loki was telling me that yesterday.
Because like all I was trying to do was upload a thumbnail for the show here, and it wouldn't. It says page unresponsive, page unresponsive. I'm like, come on! I only have two tabs open: StreamYard and the Google, or yeah, the regular Google search engine. So only two tabs I have open. I don't have any other tab open.
Well, like I said, Loki said StreamYard is giving a lot of people a problem. So I don't know what they're doing. You'd have to ask Loki. He knows better than I do.
Well,
So Bill is going to let me use his old laptop.
after I clear it of
Yes, I know that.
a lot of stuff, and so we'll need a tech genius to help me with that because
Well, it's just that
I have everything, all the information I stored on this one on the hard drive. And,
I want it just for my being on the stream because I can't see what's going on with, the chat room because I can't see chats.
Yeah.
I'm in the back room, I guess.
No, there's none of that. Not to my knowledge, anyway. There shouldn't be any of that. It's they're just. I got multiple hours of my broadcast shows on the hard drive.
Yes, it does.
Prior, it's insomniac soups and some morning blends, a whole lot of stuff. Of course, and then it's encrypted to a password that only I know, and it's a long password. It's a very long one.
Is all the cats in? Do you know?
Yeah. Midnight is in here, and Ariel is in here, and Sapphire. Yep. I don't see Tiger. I don't see where Tiger's at though.
He might be in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Our cats like being in the cupboard.
Oh no! I think he's on the other. He's on the other side on the. You know how we have the. What do you call the basket where we put the clothes?
Yeah.
On the one on top of the dresser.
Yeah.
I think he's on the other side. I just can't see because
Yeah.
Sapphire's in there. And yeah,
Uh,
looks like he's on the other. He's on the other side there.
yeah, they like playing together. If Midnight could get up there, they'd be laying together. Midnight and Tiger, they love each other.
No. None of that. None of that. All stuff for production. This is a production laptop, so I don't have any. I shouldn't have any of that garbage. If it did, somebody planted it there. Anyway, on to the show here. Eric Sonder, good morning. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good start to a Tuesday. Yeah. Hope it's a good start and off to a good week. What shall we talk about, Nina? What do you feel like talking about? What sorts of things are you watching on the telly?
Well, right now I'm not, but I was watching. It's like Evil Lives Here, which I guess they got a new one out, which is good. I like the ID programs that got Evil Lives Here. My next door neighbor or something like that. But yeah, I like that. So, and on YouTube, I watch a lot of things. And they got my Lizard Lick Towing. I like that show. They took it off.
They took it off?
Yes, they took it off the air. I don't know when it was. It had to have been maybe.
What network is that on?
Lizard Lick Towing, I can't remember. But they have it on YouTube now.
No, like the old episodes or like new ones?
Yeah, like the old episodes, like Bar Rescue. They have new ones of that, but I don't know if we get that channel. I tried looking for. I know they got new ones of that. I like Bar Rescue.
Yeah.
In Hell's Kitchen.
Well, the Bar Rescue's on the Paramount Network. It used to be one time called Spike.
Yeah. No, Paramount. I like a lot of shows.
Yeah. That's good.
I was telling them we got our yard cleaned up.
Oh, yes.
The jungle.
There was a jungle of weeds back there. There was a jungle of weeds back
out there.
Oh, for sure. He would open up the door and it's like, ah! What is this jungle? All these weeds are growing out there. Hey, Dave G. Sound. Good top of the morning to you. And he says, hello, Nina.
Hello.
Today's your last day in the desert. Tomorrow morning you'll drive to a new home in Denver. Ooh, kind of bittersweet. Well, you're definitely going to higher country if you're going to Denver, the Rocky Mountains. Oh, the Rocky Mountains this time of year. It's just starting to get a lot colder. But
Mm,
it gets cold there in Denver for sure
Yep.
in the winter.
I'm,
But it's Rocky. Colorado is very pretty, very green.
oh,
Um, I don't know about the air quality, but you think with it, especially Denver being the Mile High city, um, it would have good air quality.
I
I don't know.
went to Colorado. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of pretty places. Well, of course, you got the Rocky Mountains, you know,
I don't
and you have
know if I saw the Rocky Mountains. I went to Missouri and we went I-10 to New Mexico, up around that area. And we went uh, through part of Colorado.
mm-hmm.
So I don't know what part. Someone asked me, I don't remember. I
That's
just
okay.
remember it was beautiful up there.
Yeah,
Now, Missouri, on the other hand, is hot and humid and miserable
yeah. How can we say that?
because I was there.
Oh, okay.
I did like the Ozarks. That
Yeah.
was nice. Yeah. We went to a lake up there. That was nice. So we went swimming and had fun.
Hey, Dillard Draws. Good top of the morning to you. And he agrees. It's some of the most gorgeous country you can see. The United States. Then again, it's pretty much anything compared to the desert. Well, this is a desert state. We live in a desert town, don't we,
Yes.
Nina? Where we have to drink
Oh,
lots
yes.
of water.
Hot.
Hmm.
Not so much humid.
Our air quality is much better than Phoenix, though.
Yeah.
One problem is, it's a bitch to get anywhere by automotive because we only have one freeway system. So, needless to say, this city's still growing, and it's getting around is kind of crappy. I mean,
Actually, we have two freeways.
yeah, but not main freeways. Like
No, it's just for,
there's no outer loops like in the greater Phoenix area.
yeah, yeah,
They have they have Loop 101. They have Loop 303. Loop TO2.
yeah.
They have. We don't have. We just have two freeway. The 10
Yeah,
and the
one of them.
19. The 10 and the 19.
Yeah, we got 19.
Mm-hmm.
So we have three. There's one
But yeah,
that,
but they're still not all that good. And Arizona, especially Tucson, there's a lot of potholes on surface streets.
oh, yeah, they need to
So
fix that.
yes, Cinnabon, only one freeway. I
Major freeway, yes.
that be the 10. Yeah.
Yeah,
The 19's kind of small, isn't it?
yeah, it is. It
It's
just
very
goes
small.
from, where does it start? It starts from I-10 to I-19 and then it goes to Mexico. So,
So for the people going to Nogales, right?
yeah, Nogales.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will never go to Nogales and drive again.
Wait, you went to Nogales?
Yeah,
Why? Whatever did you go to Nogales for?
I've been with my aunt. She wanted to go there. My aunt and my grandmother and I went to Nogales, and so I bought a poncho there, and they liked it. I drove there one time. One time was too much. There's crazy people that drive there. And why do you have your mic muted? Your mic is muted. I don't know if he knows it, but okay. No Gallus, there are crazy drivers down there.
Yeah, Nina, I have a call from my mom, so I'm taking a.
Oh, okay. So hopefully they'll come down and give him his laptop, the new one, which is a gaming one. So,
No, the parents can't make it today. They're because of the rain. The rain.
oh,
Curse it, that rain. I
it's
used to do.
raining there. They need
Well,
to send it our way.
it's been raining a lot, and well, it looks like it might rain here today actually,
I hope so.
because it's almost 8 a.m. and the light from of day should be brighter, but it's not. And yes, I also drove for that crappy corporation there, Dillard. Yes, we won't be getting the new computer today. It might be Thursday, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I won't. Well, I'll be here Thursday, probably up until around 4, unless they come on Thursday, and then probably a little bit earlier this time. I go to my sister's every week. So we go to the. What?
No, I'm reading the chat, catching up with the chat. The only loops that Bill has you can never see leave. Okay. Bill is a witch. He melts when it. No, I don't melt when it rains, Cinnabon Bunny. And he says I should go back to Oz. No, I would not, sir. I would not. They're crying into the rain.
Yeah, I like the rain. We've been having more rain this year.
Yeah.
We're still not up to where it's been, but we've been having a lot of rain, which is nice. I like the rain. I remember when we were little, it would rain in the summertime, a week here, and then it quit for a little bit, and then the next week it rained. I love the rain. It's so nice. We need more rain. And then my sister predicts we will have a very cold winter this year.
Why does she think that?
Well, we're cool right now in the evenings, and you know we don't get school.
I know. We actually started turning off our AC. We're actually living with life without the AC, so it's been rather nice.
Yes.
That we can do that when the temperature is just perfect outside.
Yep. Even when it was 92 out, it wasn't too bad inside.
Well, yeah. Well, it still gets up to like 84 degrees in the apartment.
Yeah, that's still
anything.
not bad.
If anything below 85 degrees is, I'd kind of like to say tolerable, but
yeah, we got fans going on us, so
yeah, and they make a lot of noise. They make a lot of noise. That's a problem.
Yes, that is a problem.
They need to make silent, more quieter fans. I don't know why they make
well,
so much noise.
The one at my sister's isn't so bad. At least no one's complained about it.
That's good.
It's a tower one. Those things.
Oh yeah, I've seen them before.
Yeah, they're expensive though.
And Cinnabon asked us. He wants to know: have we ever seen the rain? Yes, we've seen the rain. We've seen the rain come and go. And actually, it was. Remember, I was telling you it was raining yesterday. Was it yesterday? Before they got here to do the yard work, it was like raining in one area, and I thought it looked like it was coming off the roof, but it's too far out for it to be coming off the roof, so it had to be raining a little bit. Yeah, it was like weird. It's raining just that one area.
It does that here.
It's like it's raining there, but not over there. Like you could be in the rain or you could be out of the rain.
Yeah, it does that here. Like years ago, we would have rain on one side of the street, and then the other side was dry. It's like weird. But yeah, that does happen. I don't know if it happens anywhere else, but it happens here.
Yeah, it does. It surely does.
So they're not bringing your laptop today. Oh.
Well, they can't. They don't want to travel in the rain.
I know.
They don't want to travel in the rain. It's scary.
Yeah, it's really
people drive, nuts, and the roads are slick.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's really not that slick, but you can't see the lines. Some people can't. Last time I went driving in the rain, I said, no more. I can't see the lines.
Yeah.
So.
That's okay. I still have to go to the market to pick up you know what.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we definitely
gotta go get that taken care of.
Yes, you do. Definitely need to do that.
Be nice to get some coffee and donuts. What do you think? What do you think? Coffee and donuts for breakfast?
Oh, yes, coffee, donuts.
Coffee and donuts.
Yeah, love coffee.
Coffee.
Yep.
Yes, there were lots of weeds in the backyard. I mean, weeds as tall as they were waist high. They were waist high. It's
They
called
were higher than that. They went into the window.
yeah. There was it's buffalo. It's called it's this thing called buffalo grass, and it just grows in the desert like wildly. It's just wild.
And then he took out a small palo verde. We have a big one back there. I will not let Bill cut down, will I, Bill?
Yes, I want to cut it down. I'm gonna go cut
No,
that tree down.
you're
I'm
not.
gonna cut that tree down. It's a Palo
You
Verde tree.
are
It's ugly.
not going to cut that palo verde down.
Yes,
I like the palo verdes.
I'm gonna cut it down.
You're not going to cut it
Because
down.
I'm evil and I'm gonna cut it down.
No, you're not.
Oh yeah, you're gonna stop me.
Well, let's put it this way. If you really want to go there, do you really want to go there, Bill? I don't think you want to go there, Bill.
I'm cutting it down. Well, we're not going to be here forever, and it's going to uproot underneath where the pipes are. Where the pipes are. It's going to affect our plumbing. So it's not good to have
How
that
do
there.
you know where the pipes are? It's next to the back, well, not the back, the side wall towards number 4.
Mm-hmm.
No. And I know the plumbing is
I've cut that thing down twice already, and it keeps coming back. It just
good.
yeah, because the weeds got so out of control back there. I haven't been able to go back out there to cut it down for a third time.
Well, you're not going to cut it down.
Why not? I want to
Because
cut it
I
down.
said so.
No! I want to cut down
Yes,
the tree.
yes.
It's an ugly Palo Verde tree. It brings bugs and it gets all over the place, and I hate it. I tell you, I hate it.
I'm the boss, and I like Palo Verdes.
Well, when the boss leaves, it's free game.
You better watch out.
Cut it. I'm gonna get that tree down.
No, you're not.
Or
Cut that tree down, you're going to be in big trouble.
Oh, I'm gonna
Trouble
be in big
you
trouble. You hear that?
won't like. So, you better think twice.
All right, I'll just cut the top part of it off.
No, you're not going to touch it.
Yeah, I want to cut it down. I want to cut that tree down.
You're not going to cut the tree down.
I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to cut it down.
No, you're not.
Yes. It must
The boss
die.
has spoken. And you know when the boss speaks, you better listen.
Well, I'm defiant. Boss. I'm going to cut it down. I tell you, I'm going to cut it down.
You're not going to cut it down. I love Palo Verdes.
Well, we don't even know if we're going to be here.
I
Once
know.
our lease is up, because we don't know what their craziness does here.
I wish my sister could get a caregiver, and then I can have that rental back there. It'd be nice. Then I can get it with stuff I want it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. My sister has a small, it's not a huge trailer. It's like 16 by 72, I think. So, and then they have an add-on. And it just has a cooler, but we have a window and see. We'll just have to figure out where we want it.
Mm.
Probably going to be in one of the bedrooms, the bigger bedrooms. Either the add-on or the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Nora says that cooler does work, and it works good. So,
That's good.
I know the one that she has at Mama's works really good. It's just that when we get rain, it doesn't work so good.
Mm-hmm.
So we use the AC then. So that's probably what we'll do. But it does work. The cooler works good.
That's good.
And, if it's not humid. When the humidity comes, we'll be living in one room. And that will be where our AC will be. Because it's a window AC. So. Okay. I'm sleepy.
You're sleepy?
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it goes. When I'm hurting, I go to sleep for a while, and then I get up and I watch a few things. Well, actually, the TV watches me to sleep. It helps me with the pain. When I'm sleeping, I don't feel the pain. I went from a 7 to an 8 to an actually it's now a 10. I'm hurting all the time, constantly.
Mm. So sorry, Nina.
This happens when you have a degenerative spine with bulging discs. You don't want that. It's no fun. It hurts. And then, of course, my arthritis. That's not good.
Yeah.
But my back hurts the worst. My knees don't. My knees are bone on bone. But with my sister's machine that she has, it helps. That's what keeps me from not having a knee operation. So when I have that on my knee every week, it helps for the week. Once a week really helps my knee. So, but I think I'm going to say Goodbye.
Okay. Well,
I need more.
hey, Senna Redshirt, do you want to come up? We can talk about some old movies if you want to. Other than that, I'll just close out the show here if you guys don't want to talk. Cause seems like everybody's about going off about their busy Tuesday, you know? Wait, Nina, did you forget to leave the stream? You it shows you're still here. Oh, well, it shows that you are. Ah, Nina left and you're. Oh, there you now you're gone. Now you're gone. It's Tuesday. There's a lot of tacos to eat, man. Yeah, you're gone now, Nina. It just took a while. Are you up to some talk about cinema? Yes, absolutely. Son of Red Shirt. We could talk. Yes. What do you feel? What do you have in mind there, Son of Red Shirt? My curious mind wants to know. Paging, Son of Red Shirt. The link is pinned at the top if you want to join. Or you can just type it out there in chat and we'll go from there. Absolutely. Let's talk cinema. Good movies. Good movies. Wait, what genre do you want to talk? No, westerns, western action films. Who knows? Uh, you know, you love cinema. Tried to get a discussion going last night. Uh, John Frankenheimer films. Are you familiar with? Absolutely, I don't know. I am not familiar with. I don't know. Tell me what you were thinking. No, no, that's not true, Cinnabon. That is not true. Raylo is disgusting, and no, no, no Raylo talk here. What is that? The heck is that awful noise? I'm hearing a dog make some weird noises. Ugh. Oh well, send a red shirt. I'll give it a few seconds. If not, I'm gonna say it's time to bounce. Really? Anybody? Bueller? The Island of Dr. Mo? Yeah. What about it? The Manchurian Candidate? I heard of that one. I know that one's been remade. We're in the 60s and 7 days in May. And Grand Prix, fantastic racing film. Ah, with James Garner. Oh, okay.
Very cool. Very cool. Hey, Super Bubble Bus. Yeah, I'm still on. When did I? I might shut down, depending on how things go. We get a good conversation going here. Yeah, just because I'm the guy who puts up the show doesn't mean I always have the ideas for a good conversation. Maybe people don't want to talk about what I want to talk about. Right now, it could be about anything except for politics. I mean, politics. Yeah, you know. Yeah, through the politics. Yeah, no political talk here. We wanna have a good time talking about nerdy stuff and great cinema of yesterday. Oh my gosh. Oh, welcome, Center Red Shirt.
Good morning, Jedi Bill. How are you, brother? How's everyone today? And he hits his mic as soon as I come on. Well, perhaps he had a bathroom break coming to him.
No, I had to blow my nose.
Oh, that's very professional of you.
Yes, I'm not going to blow my nose. So everybody can hear.
Do you have in your setup a specific key that will mute your mic without? Because, like I say, I'm talking on my phone, so the controls are mic, cam, mic, gear, chat, leave. To hit mic, I've got to hit it 3 or 4 times to turn it off. I've tried that sometimes on your stream specifically because I wouldn't want to cough and interrupt somebody. But like I keep hitting the mic, then I can't do it, so I shove the phone under my arm and cough. Not probably the most professional.
No, I can mute your mic, and then you could unmute it. Yeah.
I know that, but like sometimes. Oh, okay. Wouldn't you know it worked perfectly that time? Last time I tried it, it just wouldn't take. Maybe I was hitting it with my fingernail or something, but no matter how many times I hit it, it just wouldn't go to mic. If that's the worst thing that happened to me today, brother, I will consider myself lucky.
Oh, okay. Did we watch Saint Maud yet? No. What is that?
Jitsy's just telling me there's echo from Son of a Red Shirt.
Yeah.
Is that true? Can you hear me, Bill? Okay. Is
yes,
there echo on your side?
I hear us. So there's some type of echo. I don't mind it so much, but other people were trying to creep it. No, other people were creeping them out. But
that's when you do the.
Hey, it's October, so you know. Bill is echoing. Yeah. I know I'm echoing. Does it bother you?
I don't get any of that.
Well, we hear it on our end.
Try tapping your mic once.
Why would I?
I don't know. Sometimes for me, it just that like there's a little aberration on my side. I can't. I'm sure your equipment is far better than mine. Once in a while, hitting the mute button will clear things. Oh, Jitsy Lemon says it's me, Son of a Red Shirt. I think this is a conspiracy by your chat to kick me off. Every time I come on the panel, people complain about the sound of my voice or the sound in the background or that there's too much of my voice. Well, I don't want to risk angering any of your good people in the chat.
No,
so I guess
you're not.
I don't know. You have to turn off YouTube or whatever. Yeah, I've got YouTube off.
Yeah.
I am watching it simultaneously on my tablet so I can read the chat because on my phone it's linked in the screen. But there's no volume on the tablet. Nothing.
Is there a mute button on it on the tablet?
Yes. Essentially, you just turn the sound off. The sound is off.
Try that.
Echo cancellation. Oh, that is a thing here. Let me try that.
Yeah.
Audio. Echo cancellation. Mine is on it. Off. On.
Well, you got echo cancellation on.
Is that better?
I'm
guys?
still hearing reverb.
Is that any better?
No, it's not. I can still hear myself. Which is odd. But hey, it's okay. No sweat it, man.
I do try not to sweat the small things.
Yeah. Hey, we got 11 watching. That's awesome. Good morning. Top of the morning, folks.
Yeah, got quite a bunch of people. Low spec Linux laptop. There's a
I forgot to say. Good morning, low spec lap. I meant to, but I got into talking about stuff. And we got the ridiculous echo. So, welcome to October, folks. Where we get echoing.
I'm surprised
it's the Jedi Bill Echo Chamber.
I'm surprised you're not renaming it Rocktober, Bill. I know your love of hard music.
Yeah. But we might as well call this the Jedi Bill Echo Chamber. Because that's what it feels like. Right?
Oh, Bill, you're so great. Bill's
not
fantastic.
literally.
Everybody loves Bill. There's your echo chamber.
not in the literal sense. Jeez, I didn't mean the little sense. I mean figuratively and real. Yes.
I was just double checking. Yeah, my YouTube is off on the phone because that did happen to me once before. I didn't realize it was still on. But
that's just weird. I don't know why it does that.
Definitely off. So Jedi Bill, your lovers, or what do you call them, subscribers, are going up daily. You're rocketing up the charts there, buddy. What do you attest to your success? Is it mostly your newfound zest for putting out content on a daily basis?
Oh yeah. That could probably have something to do with it. Those shorts. I put out the YouTube shorts, and the reward has been great.
It has, and they're doing wonderful. They're very amusing. Just as an idea, and I got this watching your stuff. That program you've got that lets you animate a picture, like I saw you do it with Snake Plissken on your birthday.
Yeah.
And I saw you do it recently with that picture of Marilyn Monroe, where your face was in the center, but all the ones were slaved into your face.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you do that, do you have the option of putting your face up or taking it down, or is it an automatic? Your face is automatically up there.
It's automatic. It's the Reface app.
Right.
That's on my phone. So.
Okay, because I don't know anything about that technology. So if I ask some stupid questions, please bear with me. The idea I had is
there's no stupid questions here.
Good.
It would be stupid not to ask it.
Well, the question I had in mind is if it was possible to get your face off of it, because you seem to do it for the Kurt Russell Snake Plissken one. Now, why? Don't get offended. I
just moved it to the side.
Right.
And I only kept that part of it in frame.
Okay. Now, I suspected it might have been something like that when I saw the others all had your face to it. Don't get me wrong, Bill. You're a good-looking guy. That's not where I'm going with. But what I'm saying is, say something like, I watched that Snake Plissken one, and I had an idea. Remember They Live, the movie They Live?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember the scene where Nando goes into the bank with a shotgun and says, "I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum."
Right.
Okay, just as an example of a famous line from a movie, right? That's one we all know, at least in this community. We've all seen They Live or heard that line. "I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum." I thought, wouldn't it be funny if you went and took little scenes from movies, even if they're just a still picture, something that's instantly recognizable, Nando standing in the bank with the shotgun, the Rowdy Roddy Piper character, and you superimpose over his face, instead of him saying, "I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum," he says something like, he flubs the line, and you make it look like it's an outtake of the film. For example, Nando comes in and says, "I'm here today to chew ass and kick bubble gum, and I am all out of bubble." Wait, oh fuck. Do you get it? Do you get the joke? I'm here to chew ass and kick bubble gum. He meant to say, "I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum." That would wreck the whole scene if he said that, but it would be funny as fuck. But it would look like an outtake from the movie.
Oh yeah. But I don't know if I can do that with that software. Because they give you limited quotes that are just that don't have music, but most of it has like music in it. So that's why the music often in there. They need to have it where there's more actually quotes instead of music. As the music does bring the copyright claim. But I don't care because I'm not monetized. And I'm here for fun. I'm here for the entertainment. Here to entertain the folks. The masses.
And you're doing a great job. Like I say, it was just an idea. Because I'm a bit of a movie.
Oh, trust me, if I could figure out how to do that, I will. I most certainly will.
Yeah. Because even if
definitely.
Like
re-edit scenes from movie.
Well, that might be a little ambitious. And don't get me wrong, if you had the ability to do that, that would be hilarious. But that is really labor intensive. I was looking at things like that Snake Plissken. That was just a picture, right?
Yeah.
Could have been taken from any point in the movie, and I think it was from Escape from L.A., judging by the age of Kurt Russell's face. Not that there's anything wrong with that at all. Again,
that one was from New York.
Was it? Okay. He looked a little older in the picture that I recognized him from, but that's okay too. I just watched
sometimes pictures look like that.
I just saw down here in the chat, Jitsi suggests if you're using the same device for your microphone as well as your audio output, then that's it. Yeah. This has to be a failing on my technology, because when I look at the audio options, it gives me default and speakerphone and headset earpiece. When I have the Bluetooth plugged in, it tells me Bluetooth as well, but the Bluetooth won't work. Like, it won't let the mic work. So default and speakerphone turn out to be the exact same thing.
And we only hear the echo when I talk, not when you talk. Because it's coming through your device. And I wish I knew how to fix that, but I don't. I'm not that tech savvy, folks.
There's no possibility that on your end you have another tab open that's YouTube or something running.
I do, but it's muted, so.
Right.
It ain't coming from it.
Your mic picks up the audio from the speaker. It's as simple as that. You can't change that unless you use headphones. It's not built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if we just heard Nina sneeze. Bless you, Nina.
So, Bill, it's October. You do your weekend. What's that show called? Buckets of Blood Theater?
Yes, where I play multiple horror movies.
Right. Does it always have to be a horror movie?
No, I run action theater and science theater.
You misunderstand, brother. What I'm talking about for Buckets of Blood specifically, you had Poltergeist last week.
Yeah.
And now I haven't seen I was really looking forward to that. And unfortunately, again, because of my restrictions, I don't know if you knew this, but I was watching the movie along with you for about half an hour.
Okay,
But I couldn't talk to you. I couldn't hear you. I couldn't read the chat. So it was just like I'm watching it on a really bad connection. That's why I got out of it. Because again, like on my side, because it's being filtered twice through your computer than my computer, it would be really choppy.
Well, the thing I was because I used 2 StreamYards and one's live and one's non.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's this Cosme app that I can use, but I run into problems with that. So I've been using the StreamYard screen room that I created.
Right. The reason I was asking about Buckets of Blood is because I can think of a couple of really good movies, but they're not horror movies, but they're bloody AF. They are super. Have you ever
Honorable
seen
mentions? Yeah.
AF means as fuck. Bloody as fuck. I didn't want to swear over the open mic, but just
no.
AF stands for if you read it. Sometimes I'll write AF instead of having to write out the whole words. Have you ever seen the Japanese film? And there's a lot of bloody Japanese films that aren't horror movies. Have you ever seen Lady Snowblood?
No, I haven't.
Lady Snowblood is a Japanese film from the 60s about this. It's possibly one of the greatest revenge movies you've ever seen, or never seen in your case. It starts off in a woman's prison in like the 18th century, Japan. And you think, where the fuck is this going? A woman's giving birth inside the prison. And she begins to tell her story. And that she was attacked with her husband. Her husband was elected as a new minister or overseer when he came to the town, but he was all dressed in white. The people in the town were expecting somebody else to come in, a bad guy, and he was all dressed in white. So they murdered the guy, raped his wife, and left her for dead.
Oh, that's horrible.
It is. Well, tough beginning to this movie, but this is why you see why it's such a revenge-driven movie. Also, Quentin Tarantino cited it as a major influence for his Kill Bill film.
Kill Bill? Yeah.
And when you watch it, you get like he takes shots out of there almost shot for shot. He actually steals music from the end of the movie. It's Oshiren's fighting music.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of Japanese wistful thing with the girl singing. Funny enough, just as a little twist, the girl that played Lady Snowblood was a famous singer in Japan. She sung that for the movie. And Tarantino tried to get her to be in the film, but for some reason she couldn't. Jedi Bill, one of your Jedi brothers is just showing up.
Yeah, what's up, Jedi Doug? Good to see you, man. Top of the morning to you. Okay, Cinnabon, you have a good day.
Take care, Cinnabon.
I'll try not to shill too much. I don't shill. If I was a shill, I'd be counting them Kathleen dollars all the way to the bank. Well, I don't, sir. That's just rumor, propaganda.
Yeah, boy, Cinnabon's real got a hate on for old Disney.
It's just fine. He's just cracking joke toward my way.
Yeah,
and that's cool.
No, I know he's only rapping you, but
yeah.
I'm just typing out. I thought since there are Star Wars fans in the audience, I should change my name from a Trekkie name to a Star Wars name.
Oh, okay. It's up to you, brother. Darth. Face of God. That's clever.
If you actually think about it, that would be like the most suicidal Sith weapon or Jedi weapon. A flashlight saber. What
Don't know how it works. Okay.
So you got films coming up for October, I'm sure. I'm sure you've got a bunch planned. I suggested Lady Snowblood because it fits in with Buckets of Blood Theater. You've rarely
No,
seen
it totally would. It would totally would.
Yeah.
It doesn't. When I say Buckets of Blood, I was thinking mostly horror movies that had gore, but it's all horror movies. But anything that depicts like that, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly.
Yeah, there are, many movies that don't necessarily fall into horror, but are definitely bloody. I mean, there's a whole boatload of samurai films I could recommend. The only problem with samurai films, for not to be a dick, but for you, buddy, the best samurai. This is a funny thing with Asian cinema, and I wonder if anybody in the chat can back me up on this. For some reason, the best kung fu movies are always dubbed, and the best samurai films are always subbed. Meaning the kung fu movies have people talking for them, and the samurai films have you have to read them.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. I've watched dozens of samurai films and possibly hundreds of kung fu films. And always with the kung fu. It's much better to have your actors talking like this. My kung fu is much better than yours. Why, I'll kill you. I'll murder you.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Here's another one for you. If you like kung fu and you like bloody movies, I would suggest writing down this title. It's worth you looking up. It's called The Story of Ricky-O.
Story of Ricky.
Ricky-O. It's, believe it or not, a Filipino kung fu movie. But my God, it kicks ass. And it is bloody. It is incredibly bloody. The Story of Ricky-O. This one-man kung fu machine that gets sent to prison, and he goes because he feels he deserves it. They couldn't bring him in otherwise. It's it develops into a real B movie with a sadistic warden out, to crush him. And Ricky-O takes a lot of shit, but when he unleashes, he literally punches through people and stuff like that, and they show everything. It is a fun movie.
Yeah, definitely gotta check it out.
Oh, sorry, it's called Ricky-O, The Story of Ricky. Ricky-O, The Story of Ricky. Sorry, it's been a couple of years since I've seen it, but that when I saw your Buckets of Blood Theater, I thought, oh, that's got to go up there. That's the kind of movie that it's such a guy's movie. Guys will watch that and just howl all night long. Gung Fu is another one. You like Kung Fu. What about Gun Fu? Gunfu.
Gun Fu?
That's like those old John Woo movies from the 90s. The Killers and Chow Yun-fat, Tony Leung, who was most recently the villain in the Shang-Chi movie. But that guy was great. His Kung Fu is the real deal. He's a bit like Bruce Lee. He's not a poser. He can do all that shit you see on screen. That is really him. Beautiful for that sort of thing. What about you, Bill? What bloody movies do you like?
Oh, there's a handful of them.
Can you think of any out the top?
There's one called Dead Alive.
Dead Alive. I've heard of that. Where have I heard of that? Who's in that?
It's a Peter Jackson movie.
Okay.
There's one that I would love to show. It's called Baby Blood. It's a French film, but they called it Baby Blood for the cut here from the States. And I have it on DVD, but I can't find it anywhere digital. So that's how I play my movies. As long as I find it somewhere digital.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Do you use like the typical streaming services, Netflix or
Yep.
Disney? Okay, yeah.
I have them all. Prime, Max.
Oh wow.
Well, most of my movies are movies that I purchased, and I have on DVD, Blu-ray. So I'm playing basically the digital copy.
Yeah. But I mean, like, given the fact that you're not broadcasting them, that doesn't make a difference, though, does it?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, because we can't get away with that on the tube here.
No. That's funny. What's his name? Your buddy, Sci-Fi Nation.
Yeah.
Last night he was on your show for a little while. I couldn't tell if he was drunk or what, but I had become a subscriber to him, so I got a notification he was streaming last night. So for a while I was hopping between his stream and yours. And in between hopping, he had gone from his stream to your stream. So I'm listening back and forth, and I'm listening to him talk, and there's nobody responding. And so I'm typing shit like, buddy, are you having a stroke? There's nobody. Who are you talking to? I don't understand. Like that. It just didn't make any sense narratively. Him just saying random things because he was talking to you. And I think it was Darius Munchausen and I were laughing about that. Thomas Potts had dropped by to see him, and then we all ended up back on your channel. Just bouncing back and forth, trying to be supportive. Do what you can. I'm not always by the thing, but if somebody I know is broadcasting, I'll at the very least turn it on. Several times, Bird of Prey, I never go on his chats or anything, but I'll have his show on in the background for an hour just so he gets the hit on YouTube or the algorithm. I'm like too busy to watch or participate, but if I know it's on, I'll turn it on, leave it on. It doesn't hurt me any if I think about it. Again, you got to feed the algorithm. What kind of horror movies do you like, Bill? I mean, it's October, right? Got to be thinking about the scary movies, the horror movies. Do you like any of those old school? I know you're a vampire fan, but the old Bela Lugosi Dracula films, or
I do. I love Universal Monsters. Matter of fact, I got movies lined up. I got the Wolfman and the Invisible Man that I want to do a watch party of. So
the Invisible,
and I'll probably do Dracula, the original Dracula.
You're losing.
I already did Creature from the Black Lagoon earlier. I mean, I could play it again. What was that? I think we lost you, son of red shirt. Are you there? Hello? Son of red shirt, you there? Can you hear me? Can you type out in chat? I don't know if you can. But yeah, there's those. I love the whole Hollywood Universal. I want to try to do Day of the Triffids. That would be cool. Some other old ones. Maybe and I think Night of the Living Dead is public domain. I have to check to see what's public domain and see what I can get away with, but I have to be cautious as well to see what your phone ran out of batteries. Oh
No worries, man. It happens. But yeah, and they got like maybe do a House on Haunted Hill, the one with Vincent Price. Maybe The Fly, the original Fly. I don't know if it's the public domain. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what I can do because I definitely, with it being October and all, want to play a lot. As far as the Buckets of Blood Theater, the next one I'm going to be playing will be The People. I believe it, 1992 or 93, The People Under the Stairs. Let me... welcome back.
Hey, how you doing? Sorry about that.
Oh, fine. You're good. Have I seen The Thirst? No, I haven't seen. I think I've heard of it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Kind of roboting. At least we're not echoing like we were.
I tried it on my tablet. It means I can't read the chat.
Well, that's okay. I can read it. I can read the chat for the both of us. I know what a scary concept that may be.
A couple of times I made it was genuine. Honestly, meant to be
Oh, you're roboting bad.
Okay.
Let me see if wait. Oh no, I was gonna adjust your mic settings, but you went away. Come back. Come back. Yeah, we can adjust your mic settings and maybe we can fix it. Maybe we can fix it, man. Who's in the Vampire's Thirst? By the way. Yeah, but no, I'm gonna hope to play some old ones. I know, and like with 5 days, so we've got a lot of October left. Maybe I'll do a couple of streams where we just talk about horror movies, and hopefully we'll get some horror aficionados or old timely movies in here to discuss them old way out classics of yesteryear. Not sure who's in it, but it's all cut up about the Cult of Vampires. Very cool. I know there's they did that movie a couple of years ago, What We Do in the Shadows, and there's a TV show. You were a fan of classic horror. That's awesome. Yeah, it'd be nice to play some Hammer horror movies. Welcome back, Son of Red Shirt.
And for the third time's the charm. It's funny because I hooked up the phone and then I tried turning on the tablet,
right.
And then the tablet got all robotic-y, and I know how frustrating that is, so I couldn't even explain it. I just knew the best thing to do was to get out of there and try to type to you in the chat what was going on. So I got the phone plugged in. I was able to turn it back on. But StreamYard, it's funny. StreamYard makes my phone run hot. The exact same as popular app everybody uses for conference calls. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Zoom?
Yes, Zoom. Yeah. Both those apps make my phone run very hot.
Oh, yeah. StreamYard will burn your battery. So I hear that a lot.
So, if I'm not being rude and just step back in the conversation a bit, you said you are a fan of the Universal horror films.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
Have you seen? Do you know the director Michael Curtiz? And I bet you do, but you've definitely seen Casablanca, I assume.
Yeah. It's been many years, but
Okay, but that's probably the film he's most famous for. He did literally like over 100 films. He was a Hungarian director that came over before the Nazis took power. And when he first came to Hollywood, they put him to work doing some horror movies. Now, this was in the infancy of horror films. The Cabinet Dr. Caligari, or I'm trying to think of one or two other sites, Nosferatu. I bet you like Nosferatu. You're a big vampire fan.
Yeah.
There's a classic. But he did like 3 movies for, I think it was Warner Brothers at the time, who were making gangster films, like Edward G. Robertson type gangster films. You know, got the boys out back in the truck, she.
Yeah.
I loved old Edward G. He was great. But Michael Curtiz did these 3 horror films, almost one after the other, and they were fucking amazing. Like, this was before horror became a B movie thing. Like, when it was still considered, legitimate. In the 50s, it kind of lost prominence, and it became, double feature film material. But movies like The Wax Museum, or Boris Karloff in The Walking Dead, a title they famously repurposed a few years ago for that comic book / television show, The Walking Dead. But The Walking Dead is, again, it's about a reanimated corpse. Boris Karloff, who was arguably most famous for playing Frankenstein, was a very good actor. He was also the Mummy. Have you ever seen the original The Mummy from like 1939? That's a great movie. That's a really fun movie.
But it's not public domain the way it should be. Especially if it's so old. But Universal released it
it's
to
funny.
public domain.
Disney's the most famous for that, being able to extend the law or have the law changed, because a lot of their collections, Snow White, Dumbo, Peter Pan, those movies should have fallen in a public domain now. But Disney has that kind of bankroll. They can get their lawyers to put injunctions and shit against it. Are you there, Bill? Oh, no, you bowed out for a second.
Yes, no, I'm here. I just had to mute for a second. No, I just had to mute for a minute.
That's cool. Because my gear is so shit, Bill. Whenever you go super silent like that, I think to myself, "Oh no, my phone is tanked again." No, but I see you there. You're making little kissy faces towards the camera. What about asking the chat? Does the chat have any interest in seeing any horror movies, any classic horror films that Bill might be able to actually show?
Yeah.
If channels like
I think I could do White Zombie, and I think that Bela Lugosi's in that.
White Zombie?
Yeah.
Isn't that the one with the woman that's the nurse that goes to Trinidad to look after
I don't know, but I remember. I think I saw that was on the list of public domain films. Super Bubble Bliss says Edison's Frankenstein, and Abbott Costello make Frankenstein. If we could do those would be some great entertainment for all.
That would be fun. My problem with these channels, like everybody, yours, not just yours, but anybody that does these watch parties, the closest I think that gets it right is Bird of Prey for his watch party, only because he knows he can't show the film, but he's allowed to show stills. So at least if you're stuck in the chat and you can't watch the movie, you don't have the resources, you don't have 2 computers, or you can't put 2 screens up, at least then you've got an idea where they are in the film. Oh,
Well,
Marty
I'd like
McFly is just getting sorry.
I'd like to do that, but it seems like a lot of work. to put still by still in order for the. I know.
Yeah, but he's just getting a screenshot. That's all he's doing. Is just taking.
Well, I don't know how to do that. If somebody would teach me how to do it, I could do that. I could do that easily. I just need to learn how to do that. If somebody will teach me, I would certainly do that.
Yeah, of course, buddy. Of course, there's the learning curve, you know. And I didn't make you feel bad at all.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I just want to bring entertainment to people and happy, you know. I want to enjoy my content.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's a movie they like or dislike. I want to share what I have with the rest of all of you out there, you know. And now you're a white dot. Hello, white dot.
Pardon?
Hello, white dot.
Yeah, that's weird. I can see that on the on the screen. American Stream edit name, edit audio avatar.
It's not that difficult, Mr. Asperg. Well, if I don't know if I can do it with my current hardware. And it seems like it might take a lengthy process. You know, frame by frame of the picture going on.
Yeah, but he does it as the movie's playing.
Just because he's already compiled it into a what do you call it?
Are you saying he's pre-watched the movie and then
No. That's not what I'm saying at all.
I'm asking. I'm not accusing.
It's a slideshow. A slideshow. He
so that's even
puts
easier.
the slideshow together. Yeah.
Well, Super
frame by frame
Blubberfest-
as it's going on.
Darth, check your settings. You were
it's-
echoing Jedi Bill.
Yes, we established that, and there's not a whole lot we can do. Edit isn't like we understand. Right now, I can't even edit your mic settings, so I don't have that option. It's right now. It's not letting me edit any mic settings but my own, and I hope I'm coming out clear.
You are definitely.
Hello, Grammar Geek.
I was just trying to type to NB Geek to apologize for the echo. I think it's a problem with my system.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm hearing the echo come from him. How you doing, Bill?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good actually. After doing that clean week for a week of working out and then getting COVID for 2 weeks, started back up on the work as I'm doing a 21-day. It's basically what I'm doing with my TikTok account. Is I'm doing what a series I started calling Fat Man Slim. Just basically me taking clips of me doing the various exercises and then talking about the workout itself.
Oh.
So, yeah, my last TikTok video actually did real well. I got over, currently I threw it up yesterday. I got over 500 something. That was one of my biggest ones so far. I don't know.
How do I find you on TikTok? What's your name?
I'll get that to you later.
Okay.
It's funny you mentioned TikTok. I've never been to that site ever in my life, but on my recommendeds on YouTube, some pretty girl showed up and it said TikTok braless Wednesday shorts or something like that. And I'm a guy. She's a pretty girl. So I hit click. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, pretty girl. It's a 10-second video of her looking all frumpy. Then she waves her hand in front of the camera and boom, she's dressed to the nines. Looks like she's ready to go out for a great night. That's cute.
Yeah, my
there's
daughter
another one.
does.
I hit another one and I hit a third one. I thought, okay, that's enough. The next day, my entire page was nothing but hot chicks on TikTok wanting to show me their boobs. I'm like, what have I opened? What have I done? I've never thought I'd complain about that in my life. It would have been humiliating if somebody had walked by and seen my screen. They would have think I was like a porn meister or something. But I swear to God, it all stemmed from 3 TikTok videos.
Yeah, the only reason I Darth, you're gonna have to mute when you're not talking. Yeah, because you're just echoing. You need to really check your settings there. Yeah, so I started doing these workout videos. I didn't want to put them on YouTube, so I was just like, I'll just do these quick TikTok videos. I learned how. My kids taught me how to edit TikTok and everything. My wife taught me how to work it because they were all on it, and I'm like, fine, I will get on the stupid bandwagon with the rest of you guys. Because my wife kept showing me a freaking 500,000 TikTok videos all the time.
Yeah, I have my own TikTok account.
Cool. Like I said, I'll here. Tell you what, I'll shoot you it in the private link.
Yeah.
That's
great.
Let me here. Here, I'll just send you the link to the one I just did the other day.
Actually, this is hard.
Yeah, there you go. You can check it out there. It's much easier to work with on there than it is YouTube stuff because I'm just like, I do YouTube for other things. This is more for me. This is kind of, I'm doing this mainly for my motivation. Yeah. Oh, also tell Son of a Red Shirt, just put on a pair of headphones. That might muffle it out. If he's got headphones with a mic, that might help. Right. Oh, no headphones? Yeah, I'm lucky if I can ever find headphones. But yeah, I started. Yeah, man, I hit 260, and I'm just like, no. So I started out with Clean Week through Beachbody because I just went and got a subscription with them. I said, to hell with it. So let me try this out for a few months. And so I started out with Clean Week. Now I'm working on 21-day fitness. I'm on day 2, and this was an upper body workout. So. And you don't need much. I mean, all I have is a pair of bands that I just bought offline. And they do have people who use bands and show you how you can do the exercises with the band. Like just wrap a little bit around your feet or spread your legs just a little bit further apart to get extra resistance.
Right.
But, yeah, I'm also working on I'm learning as I'm doing it because this takes a while to get back into a routine. Getting back on portion control, just something I used to do a long time ago. I used to be like everybody in my house thought they were on some kind of diet. My wife would be like, "Are we all on the diet?" I'm like, "Nobody's getting fat, and everybody's eating, so I don't see the problem."
Right.
Okay. You'll have to bear with me while I'm talking. Yeah, I got to go through review.
No, that's
I got to review schoolwork for today for the kids.
Hello, Midnight. What can I do for you, Mr. Midnight? The cat's going off. You can hear him. I found you, and I've liked all your videos. So.
What's that?
I said I found you, and I found you on there. And I'm following you now.
Okay.
Oh, look at that push pretty cat, as you like to put it.
Yeah. It's my little push.
Midnight? What do you want? I know you're over there. You want me to do everything for you. You want me to pick him up.
Must be one of those. He must be one of those moods.
Yeah. You can hop up here. There, yeah. Oh, don't fall. He made it. And see. There he is. There's Mr. Midnight. Hello, Mr. Midnight. You made it. You didn't fall. Congratulations.
Well, so far in the last 3 weeks, I've lost 7 pounds, so that's freaking
Oh,
great.
that is awesome.
So let's see. Math is conversion. Building comprehension is. Sorry, I gotta kind of do 2 things at once here.
Oh yeah, multitasking. I hear you, man.
Okay.
When my hair's all crazy. My hair's crazy. I need to cut my hair.
Oh. Sorry, I got a piece of paper in front of the camera. My hair's growing back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That what's happened. And yeah,
What's
when
that?
I've shaved my hair in October and my hair grows back.
Nah, I did it for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got
Or
tired. And then I got tired of shaving again.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
One of the
man.
reasons, yeah. 7 pounds in 3 weeks, fantastic progress. Yeah, I actually, the only reason I even stepped on the scale was I stepped on it when I started out the clean week, and then COVID hit. So when we got COVID, obviously I wasn't eating as much.
I'm gonna follow your. I'm trying to follow some of your exercise because I at the beginning of the year I did start with Mr. CCD, but I failed on continuing. I
That's
failed
one of the-
miserably.
Well, that's one of the reasons I found out. That's one of the reasons I started doing the TikTok videos.
Mhm.
One, gives me a little extra motivation, keeps me accountable.
Mhm.
Because I mean, my mom's on TikTok, so of course she's supporting me. So that's a big
Mhm.
motivator. My wife gives me support. The kids, my kids are seeing me work out. They're saying they're proud of me. So you need that motivation.
Yeah.
Some people are like, well, you were in great shape way back then. I'm like, I was great shape in my late 20s, early 30s, yes, but that was a long time ago, and then I got injured, and then
Mhm.
here it is 10 years later,
Right.
and every time I tried to get back into working out, something would happen. Something always got in the way of it, and then I just get frustrated and not want to pick it back up again.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, this was one of the smartest things I did was homeschooling my son, his progress. So my daughter, give you an idea of my daughter's progress, my youngest,
Mhm.
her schoolwork she's doing now, she's answering the questions in writing the answer in cursive.
Oh, outstanding! And they don't teach that in schools. What did
No,
they?
but
How long ago was that? Has it been? I don't know. I know that they stopped teaching that in schools. When was that? 10 years ago? 15 years ago? I don't know.
I'd say about if I'm going based on the timeline, when my daughter was in school, and she's 20 now, she's
Mhm.
about to be 21, so probably right around that time frame. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just noticed when I saw her go to class, and I was like, how come nothing's. I was like, okay, I don't see anything for cursive. She's like, they don't teach cursive. I'm like, how the hell can they not teach cursive?
Yeah. Yeah, we were taught in our grammar school.
All right, I got to see if geography is something I'm going to have to pull up a map for. Geography, page 24, 25. What are we talking about today? Population of an area of the Western Hemisphere. Okay.
Is there some guide on how to teach your kids from
No.
homeschooling? Is there some type of program
There's lots of programs. There's lots of programs, but there's no guide.
Yeah.
There's no complete one-size-fits-all guide.
I
My wife
know,
and I originally, so when my wife and I originally started, we started out.
do you spread the curriculum out, or is there multiple curriculum throughout the day?
There's multiple. So today we have math, building comprehension, cursive handwriting, reading phonics, spelling and wording, geography, and Bible. We took civics and American history off this week because I need to get my history lesson back down because it's kind of not where I wanted it to be. I'm struggling to find a good history program that I can put together. So yes, there are programs out there. There's all kinds of programs out there. But the thing my wife and I ran into was we would read through these things and we're like, I don't like this one. We didn't like those books. So we started substituting out and eventually we just stopped using that setup altogether. And what we did was my wife researched, we started paying attention to our kids' strengths and weaknesses and where we needed them to focus on. And so we decided to get different. My wife researched and I researched some things and we found different books and different online sites. So I have a science book from one area. I've got a geography book, a math book, a phonics book, a handwriting book. They're all from different programs. I mean, they're all different books from different companies. Some of them are for different companies.
Yeah.
It takes a while. It took some time to get our footing down in how to do this, but I've now been doing it for 2 years, and we have a pretty good process going. I mean, there's improvement areas. My daughter wants to go to public high school, and we said that's fine. And because she wants to do the high school experience, go to those football games. And I was like, that's fine. I am totally confident in her being able to do that. My son wants to continue to be homeschooled for now, and I want him to at least shadow mom's private school, at least for a short time when he gets closer to high school to see maybe he would like high school, maybe give it a shot. But if not, that's fine. I'll continue homeschooling, and we just that's a little more. It has to be very documented because the most important thing we need is we have all our documents from if we ever get audited, saying we have all our records and everything. But the transcripts are really what you need for high school to move on to like college trade schools and things like that. So we can do it. There are ways to do it. It is not impossible. It's just some places don't always take a homeschool's diploma. But there are options. What we might do is a blend of an online homeschool class.
Wow.
Well, we got some time to think. We got some time. We got a few summers to think about that. He's in 7th grade, so he's still got 7th and 8th grade.
Oh.
It's not bad. Honestly, our days don't take that long. I mean, depending on the curriculum and certain things, usually we're done with school in about an hour and a half per kid. My youngest, she does most of her work on her own, and then I just review it. She seems to, for the most part, understand the instructions, can read everything, and answer the questions. So she's very book smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Blubberpuss, that's something that has been coming out. I think it's becoming more acceptable now, but we are looking into that to make sure we get something that has accurate documentation, his school records and everything. So we make sure that if, he does the online thing or we do the homeschooling, we have perfect documentation. So if it ends up being me, then I'm going to also have to do the administrative stuff and make sure we get everything state approved. Maybe. We'll see. Like I said, we're planning ahead of time. We've got some time to do all that stuff.
Very good.
So yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 subjects today. Takes about, like I said, It can take an hour and a half. Sometimes it doesn't take long, but you got to understand the thing too. My youngest is able to work almost exclusively on her own without any issue. My son, I have to work. My son, I have to do more of the teacher thing with, but I sit with him and we go through it, and his confidence is built up anyways. His reading is through the roof.
That's awesome, man.
His reading's through the roof. His comprehension, his confidence. They all exploded.
Yeah, you have to give tests. I'm assuming you have to give them certain
No, I
tests.
don't. No,
No?
I don't. No, I do not have to give tests.
Then how do you accumulate for grades and such?
I don't have to accumulate for grades right now. I don't have to do any of that.
Okay.
I don't really.
So
I just have to document what we
how
did.
how do you test the material if they've learned it? I mean,
because I review their work. I review their work every time. When my daughter's done, I review her work. And if it looks like overall she's achieved at least a 90% understanding rate, I don't really need to review anything with her.
oh, okay.
And then my son,
But why no test? I'm just curious. Why no tests?
my son suffers from test anxiety just like his mother. And honestly, it was found to be we found that even with my daughter in tests, they were actually anti-productive. The productivity of that test wasn't worth it. Because I can monitor since I'm sitting down with my son, and I've been sitting down with him for 2 years now, I know his progression. I can tell when he's improved on something. And I can tell when he hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's why my wife and I constantly give each other feedback. That's why sometimes we'll have a book. We'll try a workbook. We'll try it out, find out it's not as good as we thought. We don't even like it, and then we will find something else that we find that works better. Sometimes it's trial and error.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a worldwide experience. Yeah, son of a red shirt. It has been actually. I'm going to be honest. Especially working with my son and my daughter, has definitely helped with our father, children bonding.
Yeah.
But it's also leveled my temperament because I used to really be short tempered with my son. Now because unfortunately, you have to look at it from this perspective of when you really think about it. You get up in the morning. You get the kids ready. You get yourself ready. You don't really socialize. You drop them off at school. You go to work. You come home. You're picking the kids up from daycare. The kids are home from school. You got homework to do. You got freaking cleaning chores to do. So who wants to fucking hang out with each other after that? So it's no wonder there's such a distance between families and stuff. You're getting overworked even when kids get home. It's like you bring home homework. And I was like, what's the point of homework? I understand studying for a test, but what's the point of the homework?
I don't know.
Unless the kid is struggling in that particular subject, there's no point to it.
I don't know. I don't know if he brings up a good point or not, because I don't know. I don't have children. He says that.
That's okay. Honestly, Super Blubberpuss, that's okay. Because honestly, my son is not going to go to college. I know he's not. He's not going to sit down for a college class. It's just not going to happen. What he'll probably end up doing is most likely, since he's very physically active, he will most likely go into an apprenticeship program or look into a trade school. And that's what my oldest daughter did because she absolutely hated high school. She never even finished high school. She had to get her GED. And she went to a trade school and became a hairstylist. And my youngest, she might change her mind and go to college. I don't know. Right now, she's only 11, so that's a little far ahead for me to be thinking about.
Well, I guess you could, if they wanted to go to university, they could. You have to prep them for the test to get them something. I don't know. It seems like I don't know why colleges wouldn't. If they passed, if you passed your SAT and whatnot and got a certain score.
You're talking about okay. You're talking about a bureaucracy. Don't think of it as a school. Think of it as a bureaucracy. Think of college as a bureaucracy. Don't think of it as school for the adults.
I think if I had the opportunity to get the proper education, I would probably be in a better spot than where I am today. I'm just saying.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, well, I could care. Honestly, the whole thing in a nutshell is you've seen it with COVID and stuff. Parents are getting more active in school board meetings and stuff because they're like.
But you have to have several skill sets and out in the world. And
yeah, my kids are getting all that. My kids are getting everything equivalent. All the stuff we buy is grade level. Well, some of it's grade level, some of it's a little bit less, some of it's remedial, some of it's that. Like I said, it's not a one-size-fits-all process. That's one of the reasons my wife and I are on several homeschool pages on Facebook, because a lot of us talk back and forth with each other. And a lot of the public schools and teachers unions really are hating the fact that so many people are going to homeschooling now. Well, Super Blubberpuss, I didn't go to college. I didn't start college until I was in my almost 30s. So I'm not worried about my kids going to college right after high school, right after they graduate. I saw too much of that in the Marine Corps and the Air Force, where people would go to college right after high school, and within a year or two, they were burnt out. Even my wife said after the first year and a half, she was burnt out and wanted to drop out, but her parents wouldn't let her. So she had to finish her degree. But it can burn you out for some reason. I don't know. I never had quite that college experience. All my college was night school and online school. I never actually went to a brick and mortar campus. Well, except for night school, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, because that's all they think about nowadays is just what's going to get them the most money, Super Blubberpuss. You see it all the time. They're not trying to worry about the education. They just, if you look at colleges now, especially some of these bigger ones, what are they doing? They're like, oh, we're just going to follow the trends that are going on and say, oh, we'll teach this stuff now.
Well, you notice in the time that when I graduated high school, which was 30 years ago, I just missed my 30th high school reunion was this weekend, and I missed it. Again, that's okay. I didn't know a lot of those people. I'm not friends with them. Of course, I didn't want to show them, that I'm not. I've had my successes. I've had my failures, and I didn't want to show them. I'm in the failure stage, but anyway, I think an education is good if you can get one. Certainly.
Well, like I said, you got one of the reasons. It'll burn you out financially too. One of the things that
it's so expensive nowadays.
My son was in 5th grade and he couldn't read at a 3rd grade level. Couldn't even read at a 2nd grade level. And no matter how much I was working with the school and trying to get them to help, no matter how much money I spent on tutoring, none of it was working. They were not helping him. So finally, when I was getting ready to retire and I finally had my last annoyance with the school, I called my wife while she was in Turkey and I said, what do you think about homeschooling? And she was like, are you serious? I said, I'm very serious. I was very serious, and I still say stand by that decision because I've seen nothing but improvements in my kids. I mean, shit, if my daughter was in public school right now, she wouldn't be able to write in cursive. And I'm sorry, that's still an important memory skill.
Yeah.
Super Blubberpuss, since you were a teacher, you should come up here. I'd love to get a little bit of your perspective as a retired teacher.
Yeah, you're welcome to come up, Super Bubble Puss.
Yeah, I got about 30 minutes, and then at 1 o'clock my time, Bill, I got to get off of here. So I got about 30 more minutes, and then I got to get off of here.
Well, I wasn't thinking of stretching that. So the show will go on as long as it needs to, so there's no worries there, brother.
Yeah, if you're illiterate and you can play sports, they'll welcome you with open arms. Yeah, because it's all about the money. Actually, that was something I saw that I think I saw the Supreme Court take up, but I'd have to look it up, is that it used to, and I cannot confirm this, but they were suing for the athletic students to be able to get paid for sponsorships.
Uh-huh.
Which, okay, the school can't pay the athletes, but the school makes all the money off the athletes, but the athletes are barred from getting endorsements, sports endorsements, but other academics over there can get those things. So, yeah, I don't see a problem with that. I really don't. It's their talent they're exploiting. I mean, they are. I mean, you can use the word nicely or not, but they are exploiting their talent. So they should be. I don't see why, if they can get a sponsor or something. A sponsor can mean all kinds of stuff. Sponsor doesn't just mean, people think that just means gobs of money. That could just mean they send you free products and you get a small paycheck from them for the things you do. Shit like that. Doesn't mean you're going to be a millionaire. Facebook employees reportedly couldn't enter buildings to evaluate internet outage because their door access badges weren't working.
Really?
Skynet's taking over, babe.
Oh.
That was Skynet testing the waters.
Was it?
I don't know. Fucking hey, what do I know?
I don't know, but I don't know if the future looks so bright with this whole world pulled over our eyes. That we don't have to talk about that. Unless people wanted to talk about it.
You can talk about whatever you want.
I know.
We can talk about, me. I'll talk about those topics nobody wants to talk about.
Can you believe I hit 400 plus? We celebrated that last night.
433.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm at right now, but I'm only doing one stream a week right now, and there's not really anything for me to review right now.
Hey, Super Blubberpuss, welcome.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
I am doing great. Good to see you, Jedi.
Thank you.
So you're a retired teacher. Were you K through what?
Actually, I started at a high school, and my last job was in elementary. I started as an English teacher. Then I ended up I was good with computers and technology, so I ended up teaching computers, websites, how to build websites, keyboarding skills, things like that, networking. But I am not a fan of, I have to say, even though I was part of the system, I'm definitely not a fan of the U.S. college system because it's corrupt and it all revolves around money. When you have college deans making over $1 million a year in salary, you know that you've got a serious problem. When I see college games funded by alcohol and beer companies, you know you've got a problem.
I don't watch, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't watch college sports at all, so I don't see any of that advertising. But damn, that's crazy.
Well,
Oh,
there
just
is a
watching the
big
game.
there's a big draw to college sports for sure. And
Well, yeah,
I'm not
because
just
they have
talking football. It's like basketball and lots of college sports.
right. Just
Get
watch any.
televised.
Right, just watch any college sports. Actually, it's almost any sports for that matter, and just look at the advertising. It's mostly alcohol based. You can watch a college football game, and there'll be a big giant Coors banner that they'll come running through. Right? I mean, and Bud Light and all that. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, I guess that's the American way, but it's the American way. I understand that, and that's part of capitalism. But because the schools are focused on money, unless you have money, they're really not interested in seeing who you are, where you are, or what you're even capable of. They won't even give you a chance to get in the door.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of people who are going there, it's like, when you hear this stuff where they say, we need college debt forgiveness. No, you need to stop jacking up your goddamn prices so these people are going to these colleges and going into debt for the next 40 years of their life.
Right. The last thing they're going to do is fix the corruption in the college. What they're going to do is they're going to make excuses just to give colleges more money.
Yeah, and it's like, when they did not too long ago with one of those stimulus package, some of these big colleges got money. It's like, wait a minute, they've already got a dowry of like $40 million right now. Or something like that.
Well, don't forget, Hollywood got a bailout, and so did the movie theaters, and now they're raking in cash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
AMC got a bailout, and they were owned by the Chinese company at the Wanda, was it Wanda, something like that at the time? So there you go. That's the same with the drug. Think about this. Let's talk about like the U.S. drug industry. They talk about drug assistance on help pay your drugs, like for older people that are retired. They talk about how you can get assistance to help pay for your prescriptions. How about we go after the price gouging of the drug companies instead, so we don't have to try to get assistance to get more money, right?
One of the things that somebody brought up that really opened my eyes to something, and think about this, because I didn't think about it. Nobody thinks about it. When you walk into a clinic or you go to a prescription store, what's the one thing you don't see? The price. You don't see the price of how much stitches are going to cost you. You don't see the price of how much of a certain shot is going. They don't have a menu of, hey, what do you need? Okay, they don't have a basic price list. So you know why? Because they don't even know.
Well, not only that though, but not only that, a lot of times seeing prices discourages people, and they'll turn around and walk out. They're hoping if you don't see the price that you'll come in and just let them do whatever they want. That was a tactic. In fact, you guys remember the company Sears? That was one of the tactics they used, which is one of the reasons why they went out of business. Is you'd walk into a Sears, you wouldn't find a price tag on anything. And I remember I tried that several years ago. I went into a Sears, I was looking for a watch. And I was in the men's watch department, and I couldn't find any prices on anything. And I got upset, and I finally located a salesman, and I said, I'm curious. I said, clothing here, watches, everything. There's no price tags. What is going on? Oh, well, sir, if there's anything you're curious about, just let us know, and we'll tell you what the price is. They want you to interact. They don't want to show the prices. And even a lot of car lots are doing the same thing. Car dealers use cars. They're getting to where they don't put the prices on the cars because they want to lure you in to come up so they can get you in the trap. So there's a psychological reason why they don't show prices as well.
Oh, I don't doubt it. That makes total
Same
sense.
reason, right? Same reason. For example, here's a very good example, like gas. For example, gasoline will be $2.99 a gallon instead of $3 because psychologically that sounds better to people, right?
Yeah. Like I said, like I was saying, one of the things was, and unfortunately, something people don't understand is, here's the thing. I homeschool my kids. I still have to pay taxes that fund these public schools. It's like part of my wife. Yeah, and my wife works at a private Christian school, and part of her taxes don't go to pay for that private Christian school. It goes to fund the public school. Now, thankfully, I live in a very small town area where where I moved into the sticks, we seem to have a pretty good small town, decent school system and everything. But, not every place is going to have that. And now you have, with COVID, one thing my wife and I talked about, because we talked with a lot of teachers, because we knew teachers quite a bit, and my wife was an educator. And, they're like, and you would hear these things where you would say, okay, you're going to have all 25 kids online. But then they would come out with these rules saying, you can't be in pajamas, you can't do that. It's like, I'd be like, if I was the parent, and as soon as I heard that, I'd be like, my fucking kid is stuck here. They can wear what they want. As long as they've got a shirt on and pants on, you got nothing to say.
Well, Robert, what about naked parents in the background? That was one of the problems they were having when they started the Zoom meetings. They had like mothers in the background sitting around in their bras. That's the reason why they came up with that rule. It wasn't necessarily the kids that were causing the problems. It was the people in the background and the families who didn't care.
Well, then you had this. It's like, okay, so I've got to give you a Zoom video to let you see part of the side of my house. But there were so many teachers who dead set were like, I am not showing the inside of my house. It's like, you can't have it both ways.
Well, when you're going to come up with teachers being picky, oh, yeah, they're going to find 1,000 different reasons not to do anything, but yet still get their paycheck. Yeah, that's the way a teacher is.
Yeah, and I noticed that because, like I said, I went into so many meetings with my son. After my wife went to, and this wasn't my first time that I had been a single parent while my wife was deployed, and not the first time she had ever done it either when I was out somewhere because we were both mill to mill. Well, she went for 6.5 months to Afghanistan. My kids were much younger then, and I was dealing with my oldest, who was a problem in herself. And then my wife went to Turkey for a year, and I keep getting call after call from the damn teacher. I'm like, what is going on? What is the factor here? You've had him in here for now. This was her second year teaching my son in a special ed class. We had actually moved him from the school he was in over to the school because this school had a special ed class. And she's like, I don't know. We're not seeing it. We don't know what the factor is. 2 weeks into homeschooling, I figured out what the problem was. My son suffers from test anxiety, same as his mother, and somewhere along the line, they destroyed his confidence. They made him think no matter what, he was going to fail. And I finally had enough with the school and the teachers. And that's when I talked to my wife. I said, fucking A. I spent, I can't think, probably tens of thousands of dollars on tutors that weren't worth shit. And I'm talking accredited people, not just somebody I met on the street. Mm-hmm. And that still didn't help. I interacted with the teachers left and right. And then they started doing this shit where they were like, where's your son's assignment? I'm like, what assignment? Well, we had this assignment. I'm like, it was never in the folder you sent him. Oh, I sent it on Google, whatever the fuck it was. And I'm like, and you expect me to look at that every damn day just because that's what you use? She goes, well, I choose to use it. Well, I'm like, I choose not to.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Shoot.
All right, I want you to tell me how you would handle the situation. I'm just playing the devil's advocate, nothing personal. How would you handle this situation if you're a teacher? You have 30 students, and whether it be regular ed or special ed, which is understandable, you have 30 students. But if you have, let's say you have a student who has a particular problem, like for example, can't take tests or can't, let's say a learning disability. And you have to keep stopping your class and then going back and then circling around that student and spending your time on that student. While you're doing that, the other kids are being neglected. What would you do as a teacher? Tell me that.
No, I know this. I know the situation. My wife and I have talked about this. We've even said it. The problem is, and I understand your devil's advocate here. I totally do. I know where you're going here. Trust me, my wife and I have had that conversation plenty of times.
Well, they tend to hire teachers' aides for that reason, but then when you have, what you do is they also call them tutors and other things like that. But what they were doing, I'm not sure where you're. I'm going to tell us. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Finish real quick. The issue really runs into is, unfortunately, when you have a class that oversized and a teacher overworked, even with a teacher's aide, they're probably not going to catch everything. So yes, it's not that I didn't get it. It's not that I didn't get them calling me for his issues. The problem is I couldn't get any feedback on what it was. I couldn't get a detail. She couldn't tell me, well, we were taking a test. It was always, I don't know what his problem is. I don't know what's going on. It was always, I don't know. And I'm sorry, one time my wife, we went into a meeting and my wife said flat out, she was pissed with this one teacher that my son had. And she's like, after we got through the IEP, I'm sure you know what that is.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So after we got through the IEP, my wife wanted to get some things off her chest with this teacher. So she complained about certain things with the teacher, her paperwork and stuff. And the teacher kept using this excuse. And she was like, well, I have 25 students. And my wife flat out said, I don't care. You're not giving me feedback I need. And I'm telling you that. And you're not listening. And that was the same thing. That was the same problem I was having with the other teacher. I took the effort to move him to a class of we took him to a special ed where there was a class of only 9 people with a teacher's aide.
It could be 5 people, and it doesn't matter. It's not the number of the kids in the class that I'm talking about at all.
Yes, it is.
I'm not talking about the number of the class. What I'm talking about is the teacher having to revolve their time around one student and take time away from the others. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, the problem is, okay, I'll give you a perfect example of that. We had actually said, hey, my son's having a problem with this teacher. They're not getting along. Why don't we try moving him? No, we don't want to move it. And this is the thing. I shit you not. They refused to move him to another class. They refused to even give it a thought. They said no. Period. End of discussion. It was not a choice. They didn't want to do it.
Can I say something?
Yeah. Go for it.
I knew families that would go from class to class because they were combative against the teachers. I'm not saying you're this, but I'm just saying here's what I've seen from experience. It was always the teacher's fault. They would demand more teachers, and then eventually they got to where they would move school to school to school. And they would leave teachers crying because they were always blaming the teachers. And when I saw that happening, I didn't know what to do or what to say. Fortunately, I never had that issue, but
no, what we did with my son was, when we went through the IEP, we said, maybe he needs to be in a more specialized class with a smaller group of kids. And the school we were at didn't have that program, but they're the ones who recommended, the other schools. So we had to do the inter-district agreement. We really made an effort, but there were some teachers that were just, and I'm not just talking about my son. I'm talking about also my oldest daughter. There were nightmares, scenarios, and I'm not talking at one school. I mean that seriously. I'm talking California. I'm talking Florida. I'm talking South Carolina. I went through 3 separate states, and now I'm here in Indiana, where I'm going to possibly be dealing with a 4th school state, stuff. So I've had a round education on different areas with different schools. So it's not just a one size. There's a systemic problem in the education system, and it has been for a long time. Now, I've had teachers that were phenomenal. I know we all have. And I know my daughter had, because I never had a complaint with my daughter's teachers. But my daughter also has a very different personality from my son and my oldest daughter. And unfortunately, when you have 30, 40 kids, it's impossible to focus all on one child. I get that. I totally get that.
It's not the number, please. It's not the number.
Okay.
The answer is when you have a class of students, the amount of students does not matter. When you have a class of students, you need to spend equal time on every student is all I'm saying. Doesn't matter the amount of the class.
No. Shit.
Now, what I'm asking is, because I worked in California, but I noticed that when some kids needed special attention, they would hire an aide to center around that kid the day so that kid would get personal attention. Would you say that would have helped?
They did pull my son out several times. They pulled my son out several times for one-on-one.
No, not pull him out. I'm saying get an assistant to go with your student and stay with your son. I'm not saying pull him out of anything.
Oh, I don't know. I honestly, I can't. I won't even speculate. I don't know.
Well, here's the reason why I bring it up, because they brought that up at several meetings. It was a big thing. Because here's my question: because you had parents saying, "I demand, I demand my kid get this. I demand my kid get that." So what they did is they got to where they were hiring an aide for every parent that demanded an aide for their student. But what they found is they were hiring people. Imagine you're paying the salary of another person just to follow one student all day long. And that's where they were running into problems, because they didn't have that kind of budget.
No, and I understand that. Look, like I said, my biggest thing was my wife and I felt like throughout the school systems at various different places, we weren't getting the feedback we needed to help our son. I was focused on, that was my singular focus as a parent. Now,
would you say your son and daughter have emotional problems? Because if their emotions come to play, that's something that the schools really can't handle.
No. And unfortunately, yes, my son does get very excited very easy. Unfortunately, I've learned how to work with that. It's just something.
Yeah, that could disrupt the whole. Yeah, you and your son alone, but that could disrupt the whole class, is what I'm saying.
I get that, but if I had gotten the feedback I needed, I might have been able to do more with it, instead of having to find out after the fact everything, learning on my own. I needed the teacher's help, so my wife and I felt like for almost over a decade, we weren't getting the help we needed. And unfortunately, we said, are there any groups? Are there anything? We were going for that too. We were looking for support groups. We were looking for tutoring. And unfortunately, tutoring, sometimes was hit or miss, because we had to do tutoring for him for speech for a very long time, because at 3 years old, he couldn't say a lot of things. So this is all my personal experience. That's it. But I've just got through so much frustration that I decided to do this. And I still think it was the best decision. I'm sorry that in 1979, the Department of Education was made, because that was probably one of the worst things we ever did.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said the Department of Education was created in 1979, the year I was born. So I'm a product of the entire public education system under the Department of Education. And one of the things
it's a little bit confusing.
No, it's not. It's very simple. Basically, you have one of the frustrations was I talked with a lot of teachers too, people we knew. We got a lot more feedback with certain people that we knew and stuff. And it was just like some of these teachers, their hands are tied, their hamstring. They're like, look, I want to teach this. I want to teach a certain way, but I'm not allowed to. And it was very frustrating for a lot of teachers. I mean, I don't think people realize how hamstrung they are by the bureaucracy that comes with the school districts.
Well, it's not just the bureaucracy, but you always have parents complain they want to sue. So they're in a constant fear of being sued or threatened of a lawsuit.
I thought about doing that once, but I thought my reason was justifiable, and I just decided, you know what, it wasn't worth my time. I said, it's not going to fix anything, and I don't see the point in taking money out of it. But see, I have a much different perspective than some people. I don't do revenge, and I don't see the point in suing unless I'm suing. If I was going to sue a Department of Education district, I would be suing about certain issues, not trying to get money back. I'd be suing to try to get things changed.
Right, that would put you in the minority. Usually you have parents coming in wanting to sue for every little thing. The kid bumped their head on the playground. The kid chipped their tooth on the water fountain. They will sue for anything and everything.
Trust me, if I wanted to sue, I could have sued a daycare a couple of times, but I knew children get hurt.
Right. I'm just saying that that's a factor why the school does not want to overstep their bounds. Is all.
Hey, PCAT, welcome. Good morning,
Hey,
sir.
PCAT, good to see you, buddy. PCAT's been one of my strongest supporters on my Sunday streams.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm working with Jack
Hello,
Beers,
PCAT.
Lissa, AVP, and we're doing history of film.
Oh,
And
cool.
just having a rockin' blast with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, Super Blubberpuss, I totally get where you're coming from on all areas. I totally get it. You're not wrong in anything, and I have, but you're like you said, I'm in the minority. I see outside of certain things that, everybody tunnel visions on. It's just, my reasoning for doing this was because I thought it was the best interest of my son. Not in the best interest of me, because this takes up my time. This takes up my wife's time. We have to now put these curriculums together, and we have to do these things. And it was difficult at first, but I was determined to give him something maybe he hadn't had, and he's doing better with it. His confidence is getting better, and helping him. Whereas his confidence was completely destroyed. He had no faith in himself. So I had to do what was best for my children. I can't do what's best for everybody's children or the entire school board. I just have to do what's best for my children. And that's what I focus on. That's always been my focus. I mean, my kids have had some fantastic teachers that gave great feedback. That's why when I got teachers that give shit feedback, I'm like, I didn't necessarily yell at them at first. I would be like, hey, this is what I'm seeing. This is what you're telling me. What's going on? Am I missing something? Are you seeing something I'm not? Does that make sense, Super Blubberpuss? I mean, I would think as a teacher, this would be the kind of feedback you'd want to get.
On an educational level, yes, they can be evaluated, but on a psychological level, that's not their job. So they can only tell you part of the answer, right?
Oh, I didn't expect them to give me the whole gambit of the answer, but they could have told me that it's noticeable that when we have a quiz or a test, that's when he starts acting like this. That's something that if he's been that disruptive should have been noticeable and something they should have been able to identify. I don't think that's too far off.
They didn't recognize that he had trouble taking tests at all?
No.
What happened when he did not take tests? They didn't say anything at all?
No, they never even told us he was taking. They never even told us the pattern. We didn't know they were quizzes. We didn't know there were tests. Because we didn't
wait. No, that wasn't my question. In a school, you expect quizzes and tests. No, my question was, the school was not telling you that your son was unable to take tests and quiz?
No, because I kept asking, what is he doing wrong? What is going on here? What is the issue? I mean, I would get all his paperwork back, and I would start looking at it, and it's all just, red line, and he's upset. And
what did they say when you asked for his results, his test results and his grade?
Let's see, what did they say?
Because
we would get those during the IEP feedback, and we wouldn't get his grades, we'd get his progression level. And I think maybe we missed that. Maybe we missed that part. Because that's what we were really focused on, was his progression level, not necessarily his grades. Because we knew he was behind grade levels. That was given. So he wasn't going to be on par, but they were showing progression, and that's what we were following.
Have you considered a private tutor?
Oh, I don't need one now. But yes, we did do that once. Actually, for longer than my wife wanted to, because I really wanted to give it more time. But we did it for almost 6 months, saw very little. So what would happen is, let me see if this makes sense to you, Super Blubberpuss. It was the same thing with my son in his speech. We would see progress, but then we would see nothing but stagnation and them just going over the same stuff over and over and over and never trying to push him just a little bit more or push a little bit further. And he would get very frustrated because it felt like he was just doing the same. And I'm just now, realizing that he's just doing the same thing over and over and over and over. And, it's like a fucking million.
When they were repeating it, okay, I'll give you an example. Like when you do a math equation in school and you don't get it right, the teacher's going to have you do it over and over until you get it right. Was there anything that maybe that they were trying to have him perfect, that he was unable to? Maybe that's why they were having him repeat?
Yeah, his phonics. Yeah, his phonics.
That's what I thought.
The main issue.
But you didn't mention that.
No. I'm sorry. You asked a specific question. I'm sorry.
Right, I'm just trying to say every time when the kid gets stuck on something, if that's brought to your attention.
No, that was not necessary. Well, let me rephrase that. My wife understood that better than me because she, being an educator, understood the concept of phonics better than I did. So I didn't start learning that real well until I started teaching. And it's like, oh, okay. But now he's reading better. He's getting there. I mean, he's doing great. I mean, it's been a great 2 years. Absolutely. And with my daughter learning cursive and writing her answers in cursive, it's been phenomenal. It's
That's
just
great. That was awesome.
it's just for us, it seemed like we couldn't get the feedback we needed to help our son. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Good morning, Easton Bookover. Good to see you here.
And
Hello.
yeah. So I mean, that was basically. I mean, I had enough problems with that with my oldest daughter, and unfortunately, I had no ability to homeschool her. I couldn't afford private school. But when I was getting to retire from the Air Force, I wasn't planning on going to work right away. So that's when I came up with the idea of homeschooling. We did a lot of Super Blubberpuss. We did, oh my God, I think about a year's worth of research before we even started our homeschooling while my wife was in Turkey and the kids were still in public school. And we tried a curriculum. We didn't like it, but now we found things we use that work so much better and are advancing him. So it's trying to find the right tools for him to work with. And
was that standardized curriculum?
No, this is not a standardized curriculum.
Okay.
Well, for example, today I'll give you this. This is what today is. Math, 7th grade, page 99. We're doing measurement conversions. We're starting to teach the kids how to do measurement conversions. Building comprehension, page 8. This is helping with reading. Cursive handwriting workbook, obviously cursive. And this one is mainly for my son, Struggling Readers Phonics. 180 days of spelling and word study. Geography, and then Bible time. And that's our curriculum for today. I usually do history, but my history lessons, the way I had them planned, did not work out the way I thought they would. So I'm taking a week off to kind of reevaluate it and see if I can find a better way to do it.
So it sounds like it's a general. Is that all one book or different books?
Those are all different books. Every one of those books, everything I mentioned is a different book.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like maybe a little more one-on-one is what he needs. Maybe, I guess, maybe more attention. Something that a teacher doesn't have, I guess, possibly, right?
No, and I understand that.
Some teachers
can't. Yeah. So, but if this helps him grow, eventually it'll help him get his confidence up and know, he used to say to me, he goes, I'm going to fail. I said, you're not going to fail. I'm not going to let you. And if they get answers wrong, we tell them, I'll tell my daughter, I'll tell them both. I was like, it's okay to get an answer wrong. We all going to get an answer wrong. Nobody's perfect at everything. But our main focus is every day is the 3 R's. Those are absolutely that's every day, no matter what.
One thing
Reading
it might
work.
help, a little bit of advice, because I've heard that from students too, where they think they're going to fail. Every time I've heard that, I always tell them the same thing. If you think you're going to fail, you're going to fail. That's my response every time somebody says that.
That did not work with my son.
Well, but it's the truth. What I'm saying is, I'm not just making that up out of thin air. When you have, it's like people who usually, I mean, even though I have bad luck, for example, I can't play lottery or anything, but you have people that strive and push to win. Those are the ones that win. But you have people who say, well, I'm just going to fail, who don't give it their all, who do fail. And then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy is all I'm saying.
No, I know that. That's why I'm teaching my son that he's not going to fail. His mom and I are not going to let him, but we're letting him know. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail at certain things, and that's okay. That's how you learn. I said, your mom.
That's how you get back up and you just try again.
Well, like I said, one of the things was I had to get, that was kind of more, say, step 5, 6 at this point. And, we're now on 5, 6. I had to get his confidence back up first, make him know he can do this. So I had to get his confidence back before, I could do anything else. I had to really relearn a lot of things myself.
What do you think happened to him that really damaged his confidence? Because it sounds like it's something that goes back.
Well, he's 14 years old. My best thought is somewhere around. I'm gonna reflect on it. Let's see.
Yeah, was he like traumatized or something?
No. Well, no. Nothing like that. Just he's always been behind the curve. Like I said, he was when he was 3 years old, he couldn't really speak most. How a 3-year-old can usually run their mouth. He could only maybe say 2 or 3 words. He couldn't even say his oldest sister's name at all. So that's why we took him to speech therapy to help him with that. So he does have learning disabilities. They are documented.
Yeah, I have a nephew named Patrick had the same problem.
Yeah. So he's just, for lack of a better term, delayed in a lot of areas, and that's why the more one-on-one has helped us get him further advanced, because he has that one-on-one time. Like I said, this isn't easy on me. I didn't do this because I thought it was going to be easy. I did it. I knew going into this was going to be hard, but I had to do what was best for my kids.
Well, as a parent, it's the hardest job in the world.
Yes, it is, and it was very hard early on, but as we are 2 years into it, my son is now like, I want to get my schoolwork done now. Hey, can I work a little bit further so I can be done? Yes, it requires me to give him more one-on-one time, but whereas I used to get a lot more short-tempered, now I'm like, I've spent so much time with him. I know him so much more now than I did, because I don't know if you heard earlier, but I was talking about, one of the problems with going on in parents and bonding with their kids in school is, you get up in the morning, get the kids up, get them to school, you go to work, you're making breakfast and stuff, then you get home, dinner, homework, and you're exhausted. You're just so mentally exhausted. Nobody wants to be around each other. And, you don't think about that until you're no longer in that position anymore. And once I was out of that position, then I started to, change.
Well, why is it that you didn't want to be around anybody after that? I had never heard of that before.
What do you mean?
You said once you got home, you didn't want to be around anybody.
No. I meant by the time we were done, you're doing homework, you're cooking dinner, everybody's getting showers, there's no real interaction. Everybody's just busy 24. We're busy from start to finish. So by the time you would even have any free time, everybody's exhausted.
So are you saying that you don't have enough time to spend with your kids?
I didn't have enough time to spend with my kids. Also, you got to remember those, some kids have extracurricular activities. My kids had some extracurricular activities. My son was very good at gymnastics. My daughter was very good at dance for a while, and they did that. So, like I'm saying, it's just there was very little time. And even if there was time, sometimes you just weren't in the mood for it. And even the kids weren't in the mood for it. And it would just be a damn nightmare. Everybody just kind of that's that's the lifestyle I grew up in. And I mean, I'm not just talking with my kids. I'm talking that was my growing up life. The closest thing you did to bonding was at that point was get everybody out there, watch a movie, everybody falls asleep.
Do you think there's a chance that had an influence on your new family?
Probably because, well, no, not with my wife, because my wife grew up in a very similar lifestyle I did. But
then the question still applies. Would you say that your current lifestyle and hers reflect where you came from with your family?
Not anymore. Really not anymore. Since I started.
Well, I'm trying to talk about the separation, the emotional separation.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to clarify. I'm not understanding. I apologize.
I mean, the emotional separation is what I'm talking about specifically. Here's what I thought. Well, let's take a family where it's all lovey-dovey, hugs and kisses. Everybody loves each other, and they're spin around the helicopter family, and they spend the whole day together. They eat around the table together, all that. Let's just say you have that. And then let's say the kids grow up, and they tend to be the same way when they grow up with their families when they have kids, because that's what they experienced when they were younger. So I'm just asking if you think any of your personal history from when you were growing up has any effect on your family now when it comes to the social distancing is what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes, I would absolutely agree with that. And that's why my wife and I do a lot of talking about breaking certain cycles. That's why we try to do things as a family together on the weekends. Or we try to do stuff around the house if we're just around the house on the weekends. Like having my son help us put this rock out in our yard and stuff, just spending time together, doing a little bit of work. But, we're still spending time together as a family versus being, separated in our different areas of the house. Yes, we still do that, but we're still finding time to get some quality time together now. Does that make sense? Now, I have to use the bathroom, and Bill, I can stick around for about... I can actually stick around to 1:30. It turns out I got a little more time.
Well, go use the facility first.
Before it's too late.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello, Easton.
I guess he's East Coast. He said 1 o'clock.
Yeah, he's East Coast.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
What's your time zone there, Bill?
I'm Mountain, but right now I'm Pacific. I'm in Arizona, so no. I'm Mountain time, but it's Pacific time. We're on the same. Us and Arizona and Pacific time is the same right now until the first one they change the clock back.
Okay, so right now for you is it 10:12 or 11:12?
10:12 a.m. Still morning.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so you're in Arizona, huh?
Yeah.
That explains the heat you were suffering through a couple of weeks ago, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So my question that I texted earlier is there's an I think it's from Australia, but it's a movie called Thirst. And it's about a cult commune type thing of vampires. But they kidnapped this woman because she's supposed to be their queen. It's kind of hard to explain. But the reason why I mentioned it is because it's really psychologically, it's a really scary, really effective, good movie. You should try looking it up.
Yeah.
And with Bird, with his streaming, the slideshow, I don't think it's that difficult. I think if you ask Bird, I'm sure it's automated. When he streams his movies, I'm sure that it automatically.
Yeah, but
brings it up in the
he's got to
slideshow.
go in. He's got to put in. He's got to go in and get those segments of frames, and put it in there.
No, right. If
So
you
it
ask him, I'm
runs.
pretty sure. Right. I don't think he has to do that. Do you mean manually take each frame, or do you mean use an app for that, or
Yeah.
what are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't know how he does it, but he's
Right.
got to
But
put it where.
I doubt that. I doubt that he has. Right. What I'm saying is, I doubt that he has to do it manually. I'm sure it's automated. If he streams today, I can ask him, but I'm pretty sure it's automated.
I don't know. I really don't.
Well, like I said, if he comes on today, I don't know if he's going to stream today or not, but I can ask him.
Oh,
Because I was just asking,
Hopefully he's feeling good enough to stream today.
why was he sick?
No, yesterday was different. The bed life, But
Did it go okay?
I hope so.
Well, if not, I don't want to bug him.
No, I don't know. So until we hear from him, there's not a lot that we can do.
Well, I was asking him.
love
I
the
think it was on
appraise.
Saturday. What's that?
I said we love the Prey family.
But yeah, but if he's busy or he's not feeling well, I'm not going to bug him either. But I was asking him on either Saturday or Sunday what it takes to stream, because I was considering maybe streaming something. Because I noticed he streams stuff that is copyrighted. Like he'll show any movie he wants. And I asked him, I said, how are you able to do that? So he uploads his file to a third-party site and then links that to his web page, which is not that difficult. But I was just saying,
I don't have a web page, so I don't have my own.
No, but what I'm saying is we can ask him. That's usually not that hard either. To get a web host is not that hard. It's not like something like you don't have to know how to make a web page in order to do it. For example, is what I'm saying.
Who is that puppy? You got to see your puppy.
Yeah.
Cute puppy.
Yes, he is a cute puppy. Sit. Good dog. Good dog. Good puppy. I gotta get him scheduled for.
You still got Jade and the other one?
Oh yeah, of course I still have them.
They're still good? They're still doing well?
Yeah, they're doing fine. These are so goddamn cute at the store.
Piquet said nice on the puppy. On your puppy, little puppy.
His middle name's Little Bear because he's got such big paws.
Is that a Bernese Mountain Dog?
That is exactly what he is.
You gotta get huge, man.
He's actually, yeah, no shit. He's AKC registered. He's a purebred. And his parents were both 90 pounds. So Jade and Luke can enjoy being able to dominate over him, but they're only 65 pounds. So before you know it, he's going to be bigger.
Yeah.
But I got to get, let's see. I think I'm going to try and get him into the vet so he can get his shots and get my other dogs registered. God, I want to get it done next week. I really want to get it done next week. But yeah, he's a good dog. The other two took a little while to get warmed up to him, but I think they're starting to feel a little puppy in them again. They're 8 years old.
Uh-huh.
And he's getting better at his potty training. So, I did what I did with my other dogs. I was like, when I told him it was potty break, I took him outside and I took a piss with him. Till they learned.
Mm-hmm.
That was how I was taught to do it. Don't take them out there and don't just take. It was like they have these things, these spray bottles. Where it's like, hey, pay this money, spray this, and it'll make it smell like piss, so the dog will piss. It's like, how about I just go outside, whip it out, and take a piss, and then the dog knows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Gizmo's good dog. Thank you, Birdo Prey 5, for coming up with that name. You weren't. I don't think you were there, Bill, when we did our Super Blubberous. I don't know if you guys were there, but when I got him, we hadn't come up with a name yet. And I had thought Thor, but I was like, no. And we started going through names, and Bird of Prey 5 said Gizmo, and that just worked with everybody, including myself. But everybody's like, oh, that's perfect.
Hello, Dylan's Little Hobbies. Good to see you.
And since both my dogs are named after sci-fi characters, why shouldn't my other dog be named after the biggest dog named after a horror movie from Gremlins?
Thank you, Dylan. Little Hobbies. That's awesome. I'm happy I can bring quality entertainment and shows to you. That's what I aim to do. I aim to please.
Yeah, he's already. Yeah, I swear to God, I think he's already put on 5 pounds.
Oh, don't sweat. Dylan, don't sweat the typos, man. We all do it. Hey, I'm pretty bad. You know, the smartphones aren't exactly smart, but it's
So,
don't sweat the little things, man.
So, Ron, you'll like this. I said to my son right when before I went to the bathroom and got the dogs. I said, "Hey, we're gonna do schoolwork at 1:30." He's like, "You promise you're not gonna renege and push it later?" I'm like, "No, we're gonna." He's like, smiles and goes, "Good." That's not something I would have ever thought I would see in my son. So, it's definitely been a rewarding experience for him and me. And I say me too, and my wife, because, I get educated along in a lot of areas just like he does. That's the nice thing. We try to explain to him. It's sometimes we come across stuff, even though we review it. I'm like, sometimes, son, we've got to look shit up to find the answer because even we don't know. We're not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, how long you plan on streaming today?
Probably not for very much longer because I got things. I got life things to do. Probably
Yeah,
actually. So gotta shut down.
Yeah, I got 2 kids to teach and get at least the laundry prepped and dishes. Thankfully, dinner's good because the wife's got the pot roast going. And oh my God, that's the problem with going in the kitchen when that slow cooker is going. It's just torture.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Bill, one of the best things I ever bought in my house, and my wife keeps reminding me of it, is that damn air fryer I got. Oh my God, I love that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Actually bought an air fryer cookbook, and there's so much I can put in this thing and make up. I was just like, this is so fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
How easy is that to clean?
Very, very easy. I mean, there is virtually no oil in that thing. And you actually... What's that?
Now, 20 of as far as things sticking, is it easy to wipe and clean?
Yes.
I've been considering getting one.
Yeah, because, dude, I'll tell you what, I cook bacon in that damn thing. I can cook chicken in it. I can cook, I'm actually thinking about trying to do some fried vegetables in it.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I like fried cauliflower. I wonder if I could do a fried cauliflower.
I haven't heard of that one.
Never. Google it; it's there. But yeah, there's a lot of nice food. Actually, for
yeah,
learning,
they look really nice. They have a lot of features too. Yeah, there's some really nice ones. I was looking at the Ninja.
Okay, I don't know which brand I have. I just know my fryer went out one day, and we had to throw it out and save all the grease and stuff. And I was at Walmart. And I was like, oh, now I have a reason to buy an air fryer. And
You don't use grease anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you just clean the grease out of the bottom of it every so often. You know, if it gets
Right.
a little too full, but depends on. But yeah, it
But it's
is.
it's healthier because you're not deep frying anymore. Is that right?
Yes. Like I was
How is-
wondering, so I bought. I'm gonna actually look this up because I bought those fried green beans that come from TGI Fridays, and I'm like, we usually bake them, and I'm like, I wonder how these would taste in the air fryer.
How's stuff like French fries or fried chicken?
Excellent. Well, I haven't done fried chicken, but when we do sloppy joes, we do sloppy joe fries. Fries come out. Yeah, sloppy joe fries. It was actually that's a funny story. My my daughter didn't want to have her sloppy joe on a sandwich. She didn't want to have it that way. So my wife, they decided to put it on fries, add some cheese, and then it just became an instant hit in this house.
Picky eaters, huh? Yeah, that's
No,
cool.
my kids aren't that picky anymore. They used to be, but no, we tried that out, and yes, it cooks fries very, very well.
Nice. It sounds almost like a variation of carne asada fries.
And
It sounds like a fair food that sure you could find stuff like that at the fair. Fair carnival.
Yes.
But yeah, like we said, yeah, it's very easy to clean, and I don't have to clean it very often. It really kind of comes down to what you put in there and how much grease that drips off of the stuff. Because it was kind of like I used to cook my bacon in my George Foreman grill versus in a pan because I found it tasted so much better because so much of the grease was gone and drained in there. Well, now I started putting my bacon in my air fryer and I just absolutely love it.
Have you tried a steak yet?
No, I have not tried a steak yet, but
Okay.
I will give it a shot. I would really wonder what I guarantee you there's got to be something out there for steak. For an air fryer. One of the things about those recipe books you see people do, like at the magazine rack store, just remember the reason why that's even there is because somebody tried this out in the air fryer.
There's probably an unlimited amount of recipes online.
Well, actually, I would love to do. What was that one? What is one of those great things you get at a what is it? The fried candy. What was that one? Fried Twinkie. I bet you could probably get a really good. I bet you could grab a Twinkie, decorate it up, find a recipe that tells you how long to put it in there, and probably would taste probably wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the best tasting one you had.
I don't know. Then I would wonder if the Twinkie might melt. See, the point of, like, for example, you heard
That's why
deep
you
fried
have
ice cream. Like, they have deep fried ice cream at the fair. The reason why they're able to do deep fried ice cream is the fact that the oil is so hot, it only has to spin a couple seconds in the fryer. So that way you get the crispy outside, but yet the ice cream in the inside doesn't melt. So you could try like a fried Twinkie. I just don't know because air fryer is a lot slower than actual hot grease. So that's the only thing I'm not sure if that would work.
All right, Dylan. Dylan's little hobbies. You have a great day, sir.
Later, Dylan.
Hope you have
Later,
a wonderful day and rest of your week. And hope to see you
No, I
back
have
here.
no idea. I'm not going to do a fried Twinkie because I don't actually really eat sweets worth a damn. It's very, very rare. It's like soda. I don't drink soda very often. It's if I go to say I go to a restaurant, if I generally order either water or an unsweet tea. I don't normally order Coke or anything. Hey, Gizmo. Love this little puppy. Better be a good dog for what he costs me.
They're great companions, aren't they?
Oh yes, Oh yeah, he actually slept, and my wife said he was grooming him. He was grooming her last night. She said she's never had a dog do that.
Did you get him locally, or did you have him shipped in, or how did you get it?
So the story with him is, I went to Terre Haute because I live 30 minutes from there, from Terre Haute, Indiana. There's this store I go to called Petland, and we were picking up. We have several guinea pigs, so I live on a just to give you an idea, Super Blubberous, if you don't know, I live on 1 almost 1.5 acres of land. I've got a lot of room, and I've got like a pen that would rival most backyards by a long shot. So I was finally able to get a third dog, and but that wasn't my plan. We went up. We were getting a new cage for the guinea pigs, and I was looking at they have these AKC registered pets up there, and he just looked at me, and the moment he looked at me, he just started jumping at the window, pawing at it, and it reminded me of the cat I got, Mitters. I know Jedi Bill knows who Mitters is. And he did that thing, and unfortunately, I couldn't afford him at the time. And I go up there, and I was talking, and I said, he's going to go quick. And they're like, oh, yeah, he's one of the favorites. And I said, yeah, I just wish I could afford him. And then they said, well, we do have payment plans. And so I was like, okay. I went home. I talked to my wife. I showed him the picture of him. I went back, adopted him, put a 3-year payment plan in place for him, and brought him home.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've got his birth certificate. I mean, shit, I didn't know I didn't know dogs had birth certificates, but I've got his birth certificate. I know his exact birthday.
Hmm.
I know who his parents are. Actually, if I pulled the AKC stuff out there, I need to get online and do the AKC registration stuff. And he's already AKC registered. I just need to go online and do whatever I want to do with that for whatever it's worth.
Yeah, you need to register yourself as the owner.
Yes, I do. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, I have AKC poodles, and same thing, birth certificates and paperwork that shows the entire bloodline.
So I'm looking into, once we get him a little broken in, possibly work on teaching him a little bit more. I haven't decided if I will stud him. That will come later. I haven't decided that. But yeah, I'm definitely, unlike the rest of my pets, he is not getting neutered.
No, you don't want to do that.
No, he's a pure.
Yeah,
he's
some breeds.
Yeah. It's one thing to neuter a mutt. It's another thing to neuter a purebred. I know that may sound rude to people out there who don't know, but there is a big difference between getting a puppy from the Humane Society and getting an AKC registered dog. It's a whole different gambit of things, which I walked into blindly just because I thought he was adorable and I thought we'd give him a good home.
It seems like you have.
Yeah, he's a good little. Yeah, he's a great little puppy. I think this was the first day in the 2 weeks he's been here that the other two, they kind of all played together and stuff. I think they're finally starting to want to have a little bit of his energy back. So I think he's making them feel a little puppyish, which is always a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I think this is a good place to end this stream because
I gotta go.
Because it's been 3 hours. So hey, Dillard, you're popping in at the end, man. Yes. But yeah, we're just gonna close. We're just gonna close it out. What? What, Dillard? What? I've been going for 3 hours, man, and I gotta go. Still gotta go get.
I still got
Got
2
some good
kids to
stuff
teach
to
and
do,
business
man.
to do. I gotta go. So you gotta end this stream, buddy, or I'm gonna have to tap out.
No. We're ending it. We're ending it for
Okay.
sure. So, Dillard,
Take
you'll
care,
have to.
guys. Later.
I'm gonna end it on this. Anyway, this wasn't that one. It's the next part.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.